It's high school basketball on OKC CBS Sports Radio 105.3. Sponsored by Big O's Pork and Dreams, Metro Technology Centers, Super Prep, and SSM Health at St. Anthony's. OKC CBS Sports Radio KINB-FM 105.3 HD1, Kingfisher, Oklahoma City, a very broadcasting station.
Good evening, Oklahoma. Welcome to Tuesday night high school basketball here on CBS Sports Radio 105.3 FM HD1. Brought to you by Super Prep. That's right, Super Prep OK on Instagram. I encourage you to give them a follow. They do a great job covering high school athletics and putting a spotlight on some of the athletes here from around the Oklahoma City area and around the state of Oklahoma. We are in for a treat tonight. That's right. They've got the camera on us right now. We're streaming live on All City Sports YouTube channel. So I encourage you to get online on your cell phone device, on your tablet, on your computer, and you can watch the game live here tonight. We've got a very special matchup between the John Marshall Bears and the Douglas Trojans. We've got the girls game, then the boys game, and I expect a very competitive matchup tonight this evening. I'm your play-by-play announcer, Jay Swick, to my right, or if you're watching on the YouTube stream, to your left, we've got Mr. Dylan Tribble. Dylan, how are you?
I'm doing great, my friend. Another Tuesday night covering some high school basketball. And we're going to pause for a moment. We got the national anthem playing here.
Yeah, it is playing in the background, and I really want to stand up and do this real quick. So we're going to take a quick 30-second timeout. We'll be right back and get this game underway between the John Marshall Bears and the Douglas Trojans here on CBS Sports Radio 105.3 FM HD1.
The Book of Mormon is coming to Oklahoma City. It's the best musical of this century. The 9-time Tony Award winner is genius, brilliant, phenomenal. The Book of Mormon is the funniest musical of all time. It's the gold standard for comedy that goes further than any other comedy in history. You won't believe how funny it is. You won't believe how much heart it has. And when it's over, you won't believe how much you'll want to see it again. The Book of Mormon begins January 13th at the Civic Center Music Hall. Tickets at okcbroadway.com.
Welcome back to Tuesday night basketball here on CBS Sports Radio 105.3 FM HD1. I'm your play-by-play announcer, Jay Swick. To my right is my color analyst for the evening, Mr. Dylan Tribble. And we are minutes away from the start of the girls' basketball game between John Marshall and Douglas. And we are live here from Clyde Ellis Fieldhouse, right off 122nd and Hefner Parkway. This is the home of the John Marshall Bears and the John Marshall Lady Bears. Let's get into our starting lineups real quick for the Douglas Lady Trojans. We've got number 0, Tiona Blackwell. Number 3, Camariana Moten. Number 4, Bobby White. Number 1, Mariana Holmes. And number 24, Kalia Long. That is your starting lineup for the Douglas ladies basketball team. And for the John Marshall Lady Bears, their starting lineup is number 1, Jalia Young, followed by freshman number 2, Jania Lawson. Also number 11, Kayla Garetta. Number 15, Leiloni Stale. And number 23, Jayla Lawson. That's your starting lineup for the John Marshall Lady Bear basketball team. And you can hear them in the background. They're announcing their version of the starting lineup. Ours isn't quite as illustrious, but we're here. Thoughts on the game tonight, Dylan? How you feel?
These are two teams out of the city of Oklahoma City, both Oklahoma City public schools. With that being said, you know there's a rivalry to an extent with both of these teams They all want the pride of Oklahoma City. Nobody wants to lose to a rival in the own school district that these two share. So tonight, I look for it to get very physical down low. We've seen the people that are going to be playing down low tonight. It's going to be a battle down there. Yeah, there is some very strong young ladies here tonight. I want to put a spotlight on number 23, Jayla Lawson. She is just a rebounding machine. She's tough to move, very strong, and it's going to be an interesting matchup to see her and Kaylee Long, who plays a similar role for the Douglas Lady Trojans. And we saw number 23, Lawson. She can hit threes, too.
She can. She was out there on the wing in warm-ups preparing her three. So you may think, okay, I can leave this young lady out there, but she is deadly from long range, too.
That's right.
Which is pretty impressive. All right, we're going to get this game underway. Want to thank Super Prep OK on Instagram for sponsoring this event, along with Langston University, Kai's Life-Changing Bar, Dick's Sporting Goods, Impressions Printing, Oklahoma City Dodgers Baseball Foundation, and Perry Publishing and Broadcasting Company. Bobby White will execute the jump ball, and it's won by John Marshall, Lady Bears. Number 2, Jania Lawson with the ball. She's going right. She finds her open
teammate. The backdoor cut was there. They just couldn't come up with a pass, so Douglas gets it.
Totally overthrew the pass, out of bounds, Douglas basketball. Kaylee Long passes in to Mariana Holmes. She's going to take it coast to coast. Tried to get it, dish it to her teammate. It was stolen by number 23, Jayla Lawson of John Marshall. Now it's stolen back by Douglas.
2 turnovers back-to-back. Douglas Lady Trojans are pushing the pace now. Going to set up the offense.
Tiona Blackwell, senior guard for Douglas, whips it on the other side. 3-point attempt by Douglas, no good. Rebounded John Marshall. Number 2, Jania Lawson with the rebound. She passes it up the court to her teammate. They get across half court, get it back to Lawson. She's going to start the play. Comes off a screen to the right side. Throws down low to her teammate. Puts up the shot. It's good. That's Jalia Young. Draws first blood of the game, Dylan.
Yeah, what a pass by Lawson, and her teammate Young finishes at the rim. They're up 2-0. John Marshall on top.
Tiona Blackwell is going through the motion.
Travel, but there was no travel.
And it's stolen by John Marshall. They're going to take it. Reverse layup off the rim. No good. Goes out of bounds. Going to be Douglas basketball. And we see this typically, especially in high school basketball games here in the state of Oklahoma. The adrenaline's pumping. You go a little bit too fast to start the game. You got to relax a little bit. Sometimes when you hurry, you see an increase in turnovers, and 100%. That's what we're seeing right now. But John Marshall, Lady Bears with a 2-0 lead, 6.5 left. Gets it down low to Kaylee Long, loses control. Moten gets it, tosses it down there on the block, back to Long, back to Moten. She's on the 3, step up, Long 2-pointer, no good, rebounded John Marshall, number 15.
Lawson played some great defense on Long down there in the paint.
Diving for the loose basketball here, and we've got a jump ball. Possession arrow points to the Douglas Lady Trojans. So they'll get possession. They'll have an opportunity to tie this basketball game right now. Mariana Holmes will inbound the pass to Blackwell. She's bringing it up the court. She's calling out the play, communicating with her teammates. Goes left off a screen, hits it into the corner. She drives, puts up the shot. It's blocked.
That's a big block, and now they got numbers. They're running and gunning.
Goretta with the block. Here's Lawson going to drive off the glass. No good. Rebounded. Put back. John Marshall gets another score. That was number 15, Leilani Staley. Really good execution right there for the John Marshall Lady Bears. We've got a timeout by the Douglas head coach, Jayla Rose. She's talking to her team, making a few adjustments, telling them to calm down. I feel like everybody was kind of in a hurry to start this game, and it's like, hey, this is a marathon when you look at the totality of everything.
Yeah.
So, excellent crowd here tonight at Clyde Ellis Fieldhouse. I know it's difficult to see when you're watching on the All City Sports YouTube channel. That's where we're streaming this game at. You only get really one half of the stands. You can't see the other half. But we're passionate about our high school basketball here in the Oklahoma City area, and you see that in the stands. It's a reflection of that. We have a lot of participants and people that came out to support. So it's going to be an interesting game. More people are just going to be
piling in. As this game goes on, it's going to get more and more packed out because the boys is a big game as well. Oklahoma City School matchup, rivalry. Here we go. Douglas is going to take the ball out from the inbound line.
Here we go. That's going to be number 3, Kamariana Moten. She's going to inbound the pass to Mariana Holmes. And Mariana Holmes is very skilled with the basketball in her hands, and she gets it to Moten on the wing, who takes a long shot, no good. Rebounded, number 23, Jayla Lawson. Gets it to her teammate, past the court, cross court to number 15, that's Liloni Staley, put up the shot, no good, going to the line, got fouled.
It's going to be a foul on Holmes, and she is very key for this Douglas offense, so that's one of those players they do not need to get into foul trouble.
As always, we talk about how important it is to hit your free throws in games like these. It's easier said than done, people. It really is. Sometimes some teams really make it look easy.
Yeah.
But in actuality, it's not as easy as what you think. And
especially Staley, when the pressure is on you, all the eyes are on you, a lot different than practicing in your backyard at night.
Liloni Staley of John Marshall hits both free throws, does make it look easy. John Marshall's up 6-0. Douglas with the basketball puts up the shot, no good. Ball comes off the rim and bounces out of bounds, so it's going to be Lady Bear basketball.
Yep, Blackwell, she had an open look. It looked good. It just rims out, unfortunately, for Douglas. John Marshall still on top, 6-0, and they're pushing the pace.
Get it down low with the layup. It's another score by the John Marshall Lady Bears. Number 11, Kaylin Goretta. Mariana Holmes of the Lady Trojans with the basketball. She's at the top of the key. Goes right, comes off the screen. Euro step, loses her dribble, has to pass it. Three-point attempt by Douglas, drains it.
That's Moten. She can shoot lights out from the three-point line. She's got that left-hand stroke.
Needed that. It scores 8-3. Here's John Marshall, puts up the layup, no good. Rebounded by John Marshall, puts up the shot, no good. Rebounded by Bobby White of Douglas. Immediately gets the ball down court, and
Blackwell lost control, and it's out of bounds on Douglas. John Marshall gets the ball right back.
If Douglas can just limit those careless turnovers here. We've got Lawson, number 23, down low. Dishes it to her teammate. Now they're going to restart it. There wasn't any room to shoot. Another three-point attempt by Goretta, no good. Rebounded Bobby White of Douglas. She pushes it up the court. She may go coast to coast. Comes off a screen from Lawson. Puts up the shot, no good. Is fouled.
Yep.
She'll go to the line.
Fouled by number 11, Kayla Greta. Got the arm right there. Douglas Trojans going to the free throw line for 2 shots, and it's Bobby White taking the shot.
Bobby White's been in this program for quite a while now. I know her teammates trust her. Coach Rose has spoken very highly of this young lady. She's a terrific athlete, and we'll see if she can knock down these free throws here. Puts up the first shot, no good.
I can sense some nerves in that free throw.
I can sense it as well.
Yep. That's all right. She'll shake it off. Got another one coming up.
Can get within 4 if she makes this free throw here. The score is 8-3, 4:08 left in the first quarter. A lot of basketball left tonight. Here's Bobby. Puts up the shot, no good. And it goes out of bounds. It may be off. Oh, they're going to say it was out on Kaylee Long. I don't know if that was the right call or not.
Could have been a 50-50 call. It looked really close either way. Tough decision for a ref to make. Nonetheless, John Marshall gets the ball back. And Douglas is going to press.
Throws into Janie Lawson. Gets it to her teammate, Jayla Lawson. Puts up a 3. No good. Rebounded John Marshall. They're going to say a travel. She got the rebound, came down, took 2 or 3 steps, and they called a travel. So that'll be Douglas basketball. Another opportunity to cut the deficit a little.
That's right. I'd really like to see Holmes drive it and kick it because she creates so much havoc down there when she drives. She's got open teammates.
Kaylee Long gets it down low to Bobby White, puts up the shot, no good. Goretta with the rebound. Here come the John Marshall Lady Bears. Get it across half court. Goes right. She's right there on the wing. Throws to Jania Lawson. Now to Jayla Lawson. Gets it down low, goes off the foot of somebody.
It's going to Douglas. That's a turnover on the Lady Bears.
That was off number 1, Jaylia Young. So Douglas going to get the basketball here. Inbounds to Tiona Blackwell. And
she wasn't ready for the pass.
Who wasn't paying attention. That was number 3, Camariana Moten.
Just one of those careless turnovers we just talked about.
You've got to limit those turnovers, especially if we want to come back and get in to fight and get the lead. Here's John Marshall. Garetta, layup, got it.
Nice finish at the rim by Greta, and she finished with the jelly finger roll.
Here comes Mariana Holmes, showcasing her really good ball skills. Gets it to Moten, 3-point attempt, bounces, no good. Rebounded Bobby White, puts up the shot, it is good. 10-5.
Nice finish by the senior Bobby White down low. Finishes through contact. John Marshall's pushing it.
Puts up the shot, it's good. That was Jaylee Young, the senior for the John Marshall Lady Bears. Scores 12-5. Here's Mariana Holmes, shaking and baking, Euro stepping, puts up the shot, no good. Gets her own rebound, passes it to Bobby White, who puts it up again and gets another bucket.
Right place at the right time. Bobby White, another bucket back-to-back for Douglas.
Here's John Marshall. Jayla Lawson throws to her teammate, number 15, Leone Staley, and she got the 3.
The bank is open. That was off the backboard. You don't see that happen very often.
I don't think she called the glass either, but it doesn't matter. It will count. 2 minutes left in the first quarter. It's been back and forth, 15-7. John Marshall. Bobby White drives to the baseline, puts it off the glass, no good. Rebounded. Lawson. Jania Lawson with the basketball. She's going to move right and puts up the shot, no good. Rebounded. John Marshall puts the putback up, no good, but she's fouled in the process.
Yeah, John Marshall Lady Bears are getting a lot of second chance points because they're crashing the boards on offense, and those are some of the easiest points in basketball.
And they're surrounding themselves around the goal during the shot. Like they're placing themselves where they're able to get the rebound.
That's
There's
right.
not as many Douglas Lady Trojans surrounding the basket right there.
And that's all just a hustle play when you think about it.
And I think Coach Rose has stressed, hey, you do need to get back on defense as quickly as possible. I think that's what's crossing their minds as well. So, Jaylia Young hits the free throw. Score is 16-7. Minute and a half left in the first quarter. Here's Blackwell. She goes right. Now she steps back. Throws to her teammate. Gets it down low to Bobby White. Loses control.
Look at the steal by Lawson.
Throws it down court to Staley. Puts up the shot. No good. She's going to the line. She's fouled.
When you get a turnover and you run and gun like John Marshall does, you're going to have a lot of great opportunities to finish that high percentage shot at the rim. She got fouled. She's at the line for 2 shots. That's Staley.
Leilani Staley has been attacking the basket with the basketball. Whether she misses or makes the shot, she's usually called for the foul. And so she's been to the line already a few times. Misses the first one. Here's the second one. It's good. 17-7. John Marshall Lady Bears by 10. Here comes Tiona Blackwell. She's going to bring it cross half court. Calling out a few plays. Comes off a screen. Bounces left. Kicks it in the corner to White. Loses control and it's stolen. And immediately they push it up. Leilani Staley with the basketball. Puts up the shot. No good. Gets her own rebound. Steps back. Kicks it to Lawson. 3-point shot.
Oh my gosh, she just pulled up from Curry range. That's number 23, Lawson, with the big bucket before the first quarter's over.
Stolen.
And they get a steal. John Marshall running and gunning.
Kaylin Garetta takes it, misses it. Her teammates get the putback, misses that. They still get the offensive rebound. Puts up the shot, no good. It goes out of bounds. Douglas Lady Trojan basketball.
Wow, what a sequence of events. So Douglas is down 20-7, 30 seconds left. I'll be interested to see if they just hold this or, shoot quick.
No, they're
shot
going
clock.
right. Here's a three-point attempt by Douglas. No good. Goes off the hands of, almost went out of bounds. And John Marshall has the basketball. Goretta passes to her teammate Staley. Kicks it back out to Lawson. Another deep three.
Don't leave her open. Lawson is heating up, Coach. 5 seconds left.
You think Jayla Lawson will live down there on the block? No, she'll step out and hit a high-percentage three. And that's the end of the third quarter.
Wow.
The John Marshall Lady Bears have caught fire here, ladies and gentlemen, and started hitting shots left and right. They've got a 23-7 lead at the end of the first quarter. Let's take a quick 30-second timeout. We'll be back with quarter number 2 when we get back. It's Tuesday Night Basketball on CBS Sports Radio, 105.3 FM HD1.
Let me guess. Unknown caller? You could reduce the number of unwanted calls and emails with online privacy protection. The latest innovation from Discover will help regularly remove your personal info, like your name and address, from 10 popular people search websites that could sell your data. And we'll do it for free. Activate in the Discover app. See terms and learn more at discover.com/online privacy protection.
Welcome back to Tuesday Night Basketball here on CBS Sports Radio, 105.3 FM HD1. I'm Jay Swick. To my right is Dylan Tribble. We've got a score of 23-7. About to get this second quarter underway. The John Marshall Lady Bears have the lead over the Douglas Lady Trojans. It's been mostly John Marshall in the first quarter. We'll see if this continues. It's going to be John Marshall basketball.
John Marshall went on a big run in that first quarter. We'll see if they can carry that momentum over into the second quarter.
Jalea Young throws it. Long throw on the inbounds, puts up the shot, rebounded Blackwell of Douglas. She immediately turns around, pushes it up the court. Tries to get her teammate down on the block, overthrows the pass. Another careless turnover, Dylan.
Yep, a little too strong on the pass. Unfortunate for them. Those are some things they got to clean up if they want to get back in the game. It's 23-7 right now. John Marshall's on top with the ball.
Quick substitution. Bobby
There's nobody back.
Oh, yeah. And there's the layup, and she missed it. Jalea Young missed it, so Douglas gets the ball back. Here's Tiona Blackwell. Puts up the shot, almost made it, but gets fouled in the process. She's going to the line. There was a mix-up at midcourt on the substitution.
Yep.
Kaylia Young went out, Bobby White came in, and then the ball was immediately thrown in, and she wasn't even ready or positioned correctly.
No.
And so that gave John Marshall an advantage on the layup, but they missed it.
Yeah, number 2, Jackson for Douglas, hustles all the way back to contest it. Thankfully she was there, or else that's a wide-open layup.
2 shots for the Douglas Lady Trojans. Here's the first one. Knocks it down. Tiona Blackwell, the senior, the leader of this Douglas Lady Trojan basketball team. Well respected by her teammates.
Oh, yeah. She is the floor general for the Douglas Lady Trojans.
Gets the basketball. Going through her free throw shooting routine. Puts up the shot. No good. Fighting for the rebound. Moten gets it, but then gets it stolen. Throws down court to Staley. Staley has to throw it back in to avoid it going out of bounds, and Douglas gets it. Here's Blackwell, takes it all the way, puts up the shot, no good. Rebounded Bobby White. And we've got a double dribble call on Bobby White.
That's right.
It's going to be John Marshall basketball.
Yep, got stuck in traffic. Unfortunately, it's going to be a double dribble. Douglas, one thing they really need to do better in the second quarter is get back on defense, hustle back, because John Marshall's had a lot of wide open layups at the other end.
And they really make an effort to push the ball up the court as fast as possible. And it is a little difficult because Douglas is full court press right now on defense. So again, They take advantage of it. Jayla Young with the ball. Here's Lawson again, 3-point. Shot no good. Rebounded John Marshall. Gets it back to Lawson. She crosses over, puts up the shot. No good. Rebounded Tiona Blackwell of Douglas. She runs left, gets across half court. She's going to take it all the way herself. Puts up the shot, no good, gets fouled. Going to the line again. Could get to the 10-point mark if she makes both free throws.
Yep.
The score is 23-8. John Marshall with the lead. So this is important. Take advantage of this.
It is. Blackwell, I like how she's come out very aggressive, getting to the rim, going to the free throw line. Now she has to capitalize and knock down these free throws.
Here's the first one. Puts up the shot. It's good. Gets to 9. Scores 23-9. Just under 7 minutes left in the second quarter. Still a ton of basketball. Plenty of time for Douglas to come back and tie this basketball game. Here's Blackwell with her second free throw. Makes it. Gets to the 10 mark. 23-10. Still applying the full court press to John Marshall. Jania Lawson bringing it cross court, being guarded by number 2, Castanet Jackson.
Douglas went for the steal, knocks it out of bounds. John Marshall's going to retain possession.
And Lawson's calling for the basketball. Got it down low on the block. Puts up the shot, no good. She's fouled. Going to the line.
I imagine she is just as good at free throw shots as she is at the 3 ball. She is money from 3-point range.
We've got 2 Lawson players in this game. Number 2, Jania Lawson, and number 23, Jayla Lawson.
I wonder if they're related because their first names are so close to each other and similar. It kind of seems like they might be sisters, but I could be wrong.
I don't have confirmation of that, but it's certainly a possibility. And Jayla Lawson makes her first free throw. Puts up the second shot, makes her second free throw. 25-10, got a 15-point lead. Here come the Douglas Trojans, led by Tiona Blackwell. Pushes it up court. Thinking about giving it up. Got to Jackson, back to Blackwell. Blackwell throws it at the high part. Let's see, 3-point shot by Douglas. I was not expecting that. They get their own rebound, put up another shot, and it's rebounded by John Marshall. And they push the ball up court. Here's a jump shot by the Lady Bears, no good. Goretta with the rebound and put back, no good. And now it is they're fighting for the rebound. And Jayla Young with the basketball gets it to Lawson. Here's a 3-point attempt by John Marshall off the glass.
Again, off the glass from the wing. That's a good shot. It falls. That's Greta from 3-point range.
Greta has shown that she can shoot from the outside pretty well. Here's Douglas. Tiona Blackwell loses her dribble. Has to give it up. It gets stolen. And now they're pushing it back up to Greta. Greta to Young. Backdoor pass to Greta off the glass.
Oh, my gosh. The no-look pass over the head to her teammate. That was just nasty.
That was well executed. Here come the Douglas Trojans, down by 20. Here's Blackwell, puts up the shot, no good. Rebound of Goretta, but we're going to, let's see, there's a foul on the play. On the floor. I think that's going to be on Douglas. Or am I wrong?
No, I can't tell. I think it's going to, can't tell yet. Yep, it's going to be on Douglas. John Marshall's getting it, but Douglas is going to apply the full court pressure. They just got to be careful and make sure somebody is back here to play defense.
So Jayla Young, inbounds pass to Jania Lawson. Lawson throws it full court to Staley. Staley has it. She goes left, gives it to her teammate, gets it to Lawson. Lawson's got a nice run to the basket, a nice lane, puts up the shot, no good. Gets fouled the process. She's going back to the line.
I think that was actually a clean block by Bobby White. They're not going to call a foul.
Oh, I thought it was a foul.
It looked close to being a foul, but guess not.
Gets it down low to Lawson. Now that's a foul.
That is a foul right there on Bobby White. That was a hard foul.
Jayla Lawson, the junior for the John Marshall Lady Bears. is going to the free throw line again. She's hit, what, 2 threes? Or 3?
2 threes. The third one rimmed out. She had a heat check.
This is the first free throw here. Could get to the 21-point lead mark if she makes this free throw. John Marshall's up 30-10 on the Douglas Lady Trojans. Here's Lawson, puts up the shot, no good. Rebounded Douglas.
The broadcaster jinx, my friend. We just jinked her on those free throw shots.
Deasia Smith, number 15, is in the game. Here's Moten, deep 3, no good. Smith fighting for the rebound. I think we're going to see a jump ball here, and that's exactly what we're going to see, and it's going to remain Douglas. That's where the possession arrow is pointing.
Yeah, Moten, she's got a lot of good looks. She's hit 1 3. If she just trusts her shot, keep pulling up with confidence, they're going to end up falling for her.
Well, we haven't seen much this game from Mariana Holmes of Douglas.
No.
She's got a lot of talent. She's got really good ball control. She's very fast, quick feet. And we see a shot here from her right now. Rims out, gets rebounded by Jania Lawson, who's going to push it up the court. Goes right and dishes it to her teammate. Back to Goretta. Goretta drives, finds her teammate down low off the glass. No good. Rebounded Douglas, had an open look. And here come Mariana Holmes. She's going to take it coast to coast. Off the glass, no good. Rebounded Jalia Young. Gets it down court to Goretta, 2-on-1. Goretta puts up the shot, no good, but gets fouled in the process. I think the foul's going to be on Deasia Smith.
Yep, you're right about that. Very fast pace right there. Both teams are just pushing it. Holmes misses her layup. Then John Marshall's off to the races. Greta gets fouled, going to the free throw line for 2 shots. 4 minutes and 6 seconds left in the first half. John Marshall on top, 30-10.
Coach Anthony Gardner was bragging on Kaylin Goretta, saying she's just a skilled athlete and she's, been in the program for a while. She knows what's going on. She has a really good basketball IQ. Here we go. Makes the second shot, 32-10. 4:06 left in the second quarter. Here come the Douglas Lady Trojans, down by 22. Throws it to Moten, gets it at the wing, puts up the long 2-point attempt. No good, goes out of bounds. That was off Castjane Jackson.
Yep.
It's going to be John Marshall Lady Bear basketball with a 22-point lead here. Throws it into Jania Lawson. Lawson's going to slowly bring it up the court, not in any kind of hurry. Tosses it to her teammate. Down low to her other teammate. I think that's number 3. Okay. Mia Lyons. I couldn't tell the number because of the long hair was covering it.
I know. It's tough to see sometimes. We'll get it figured out.
And Mia Lyons is going to get subbed out. Number 13, Jamaria Washington, is in the game. The junior, number 13. Here comes Mariana Holmes. Holmes fakes left, goes right, gets it to Moten. Moten at the high post to Bobby White. Bobby circles, puts up the shot, gets it. Ends that scoring drought.
Yeah, I love when Bobby White is aggressive to the rim. She has a lot of success when she plays downhill like that.
Jalia Young, and it's stolen by Jackson of Douglas. Puts up the layup and gets it. That's Castjane Jackson, the junior guard for Douglas. Throws it down low to Washington. Here's the shot, no good. Rebounded. John Marshall, that is number 15, Leilani Staley. Staley puts up the shot, no good. Rebounded Mariana Holmes. Now she's on the go.
She can go. When she puts her head down, my goodness, she is fast. I'm not sure what happened. It's unfortunate for Douglas because they had a 2-on-1 fast break.
I thought that somebody may have called a timeout. I think that's the case here.
Okay, I think Douglas, their head coach, is the one that called the timeout just to settle things down.
2:51 left in the second quarter. John Marshall's up 32-14. What does Douglas have to do to get back in this game?
I'm going to take 2 words from what you just said. Get back on defense. That's where they're really hurting right now because John Marshall, they're not going to stop all night. They're just running and gunning, very well conditioned. and it's not like they're taking tough shots. When they run and gun and beat Douglas's full court press, seems like there's not any defensive help down there. So John Marshall's getting really easy buckets. And then I'd like to see Douglas get down in the paint more. They have a lot of success when they get down low and don't settle for jumpers.
They need to take better quality shots.
Right.
There's no question about it. And really concentrate on not making mistakes, not turning the basketball over. That's been an issue so far for the Douglas Lady Trojans.
Yep, got to play some clean basketball to finish this game because they're down 32-14. 2 minutes, 51 seconds left in the first half.
Mariana Moten's going to inbound the basketball to Mariana Holmes. Holmes get it. It's across half court. Overlooking the defense. Goes right back to Moten. High post to Bobby White. Kicks it out to Jackson. Three-point shot, no good. Rebounded White, put back, it is good.
Bobby White has been so crucial down low. Offensive boards, driving, she's finishing at the rack at a high level tonight.
Here comes Jania Lawson. Lawson in the corner to Goretta. Three-point shot, no good. Rebounded Shaley, puts up the shot, no good. And number 21, Zamari Wright, gets the rebound, throws it to Bobby White, pushes it up the court, telling her, give me some space. Puts up the shot off the glass, no good. Zamari Wright throws it, no good. And now it's going to be stolen by John Marshall. Here's Liloni Staley. Oh, we've got a loose basketball. They're diving for it.
Jump ball.
And that's going to be John Marshall basketball.
That's right. Both teams just putting their bodies on the line. They're going for a lot of steals.
Jania Lawson is getting subbed out. Number 13, Jamiria Washington, is back in the game. Never mind, Jania Lawson is coming back now.
Yeah, she's back.
Jalea Young is out of the game. Gets it to 11, puts up the shot, no good. Jackson with it. Gets it down court to Moten. She's going to try and take it off the glass. It's good. Here come the Douglas Lady Trojans. They have some rhythm now. They've scored on multiple possessions in a row. Starting to cut this deficit a little bit. Minute 37 left. John Marshall with the basketball. They're up 32-16. Here's Jania Lawson. Over to Staley, puts up the shot, no good. Fighting for the rebound, it goes to Douglas. Gets it to Moten, one-on-one. Can she get the bucket? We've got to travel.
Oh, man. Good defense by John Marshall.
That defense goes to Liloni Staley.
Yep. Got her hand in there and made Moten travel. 1:20 left in the first half.
Jania Lawson bringing the ball up the court slowly, not in any hurry. They're up 32-16, minute 13 left in the second quarter. And we've got a timeout by John Marshall. We're going to take a 30-second timeout as well. We'll be right back. The score is John Marshall Lady Bears up 32. Douglas Lady Trojans 16, minute 9 left in the second quarter. We'll be right back on CBS Sports Radio, 105.3 FM HD1.
Spilled your milkshake? Quick, the quicker picker upper. Bounty picks up spills quicker. And each sheet is 2 times more absorbent, so you can use less than the leading Ordinary brand. So you can get back to your milkshake.
My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard, and they're like, it's better than yours.
Bounty, the quicker picker upper.
Welcome back to Tuesday night basketball here on CBS Sports Radio, 105.3 FM HD1. John Marshall Lady Bears up 32-16 on top of the Douglas Lady Trojans right now. Minute 9 left in the second quarter. Stay tuned for our halftime show sponsored by Langston University. Number 15, Liloni Staley. Gets it over to Goretta. Wide three-point shot. Takes it, no good. Offensive rebound. Put back. It bounced around. Now it's rebounded by Douglas. Here come the Lady Trojans. Never mind. She gets called for a travel.
Yep. Yep, when the defender gets their hand in there, makes you panic a little bit, the feet start moving without the ball, and it's going to be a travel.
Took an extra step there, turned it over. John Marshall inbounds to Lawson. It's batted out of bounds by Mariana Holmes.
I'd like to see him drop a play to get Lawson open from three-point
Here's
line.
Staley for a shot, no good. Rebounded, John Marshall, put back, no good. I think she's fouled. Gonna call the foul on Bobby White.
Yep. Maya Lyons is going to the free throw line for 2 shots. 52 seconds left in the first half. John Marshall on top, 32-16.
Has an opportunity to get to the 34 mark if she hits both of them. Puts up the shot. It is no good. 52.8 seconds left in this second quarter. Stay tuned immediately following this game for the boys' game between Douglas and John Marshall. Second shot is good. Mia Lyons with the bucket. Inbounds to Mariana Holmes. Here come the Lady Trojans. She's going to throw it left. Three-point shot by Moten. No good. Rebounded Jayla Lawson. Gets it to Staley. She's going to push it up the court. Layup. No good. Rebounded. Number 21, Zamari Wright, gets it back to Holmes. She's going to push it up the court for the Lady Trojans. Gets it down low to Bobby White. Now she loses control. Gets it back. Trips.
Yep.
Falls on the court.
It's going to be a foul against John Marshall. Bobby White was trying to get downhill. She gets tripped on the way, so she's going to be fouled. I think she's going to the free throw line because they are in the bonus at this point.
That looks to be the case. And as the game goes on, free throws will become more and more important, especially for the Douglas Lady Trojans.
Yes, exactly. Okay, I guess I was wrong. They're taking it out from the baseline.
Bobby White's going to throw it in to Moten, to Mariana Moten. Throws it over to Jackson. Gets it down low to White. Bobby White puts up the shot. Gets it. Gets to the 18 mark.
She is killing them right now on the baseline. I would keep feeding her until they can stop it.
Now number 15, Liloni Staley, is going to bring the ball up. There's 9 seconds left. She's going to take the last shot before halftime. Goes left. Looking for her teammate. Gets it to Lawson. 1 second left. She got it off. Missed it.
Just a little short, but it was in line. If she had a little more mustard on that, it would have fell. Nonetheless, we're at halftime, Swick.
I'm impressed with Jayla Lawson's shooting ability, especially from long range.
Oh, yeah. And she was fading away to the left. That was a very tough shot.
We're going to take a 5-minute break. We'll be right back with the halftime show brought to you by Langston University. Make sure you check out Super Prep OK on Instagram. If you're not following that Instagram account, you're missing out on some great high school athletic content from around Oklahoma City and around the state of Oklahoma. They keep you in the know. They're constantly updating information on high school athletics and basketball in all sports. So if you want to be in the know in regards to high school athletics, who's committed here, in what sport, who all stated, who had a great game, follow Super Prep OK on Instagram. You won't regret it. They're our title sponsor this evening. We'll be back in 5 minutes for the start of this second half. The John Marshall Lady Bears are up 33-18 over the Douglas Lady Trojans. This is Tuesday Night Basketball on CBS Sports Radio, 105.3 FM, HD1.
My dad has a cold, but also has high blood pressure. That's why I got him Vicks DayQuil High Blood Pressure.
Injuries don't wait for business hours. Now you can be seen 24/7 for sports injuries. Whether you have a sprain or a broken bone, at the SSM Health Bone and Joint Injury Clinic at 13401 Northwestern.
Oklahoma City, I'm Miles Perry, and I want you to tune into my show, Super Prep Live.
Super Prep Live takes an in-depth look at the Oklahoma high school student-athlete and what makes he or she become great at what they do. Super Prep Live can be heard on OKC's CBS Sports Radio 105.3 and Instagram Live.
Make sure you tune in and learn about the next great student-athlete on Super Prep Live with me, Miles Perry.
Couple discounts, if any. Valid through 1/20. Subject to change while supplies last. Visit Lowe's.com/MVP's bonus points for details.
If you need up to $3,000, go to WeFixMoney.com. Get a handle on those holiday bills with the name you trust. WeFixMoney.com. It's free to use, available 24/7, and you are never required to accept any loan offer. At WeFixMoney.com, some lenders offer same-day funding. If you need up to $3,000, type WeFixMoney.com directly into your browser. WeFixMoney.com has been helping customers for 14 years and has an A rating with the Better Business Bureau. So, if you need cash for credit card bills, car repairs, child care, or anything else, go to WeFixMoney.com. Make sure you type WeFixMoney.com directly into your browser. Get a handle on those holiday bills with WeFixMoney.com. When looking for cash online, go to the company you trust, WeFixMoney.com. Just fill in the information and get an answer in minutes at WeFixMoney.com. For up to $3,000, go to WeFixMoney.com, WeFixMoney.com.
Agnes was in deep trouble with the IRS.
I owed the IRS a lot of money. I did not know what I was going to do. I was scared.
Agnes caught a break and found out about Optima Tax Relief.
But when I called Optima Tax, they guaranteed me that they were going to help me out the best that they can. And they did.
Optima stopped the IRS.
No more telephone calls, no more letters. Optima Tax took care of everything. I can finally sleep at night. I was stress-free.
Agnes was finally free from her IRS nightmare.
It was like a burden was lifted off of me, and it was a great feeling.
Are you in deep trouble with the IRS? You might want to listen to Agnes.
I would refer Optima Tax Relief to anyone because they got me debt-free from owing the IRS any more money.
Call Optima right now for your free consultation. Call 800-481-8144. 800-481-8144. 800-481-8144.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Every Monday, tune in at 6 p.m. for the Metro Tech Oklahoma City Public School Athletics Coaches Show. This great show will give a live, in-depth look at all athletic sports programs at Oklahoma City Public Schools. Hosted by former OU Sooner and John Marshall Bear standout Michael McDaniel. This show airs live from Chickasaw Bricktown Ballpark in downtown Oklahoma City. Listen on CBS Sports Radio 105.3 or with our app streamed by PPBC and watch on our All Sports YouTube page. It's Oklahoma City Public Schools Athletics Coaches Show, sponsored by Metro Tech, CBS Sports Radio 105.3 HD1.
No act of kindness is too small, and to some, it means everything. It's in your power to prove life is truly a gift and not a possession to hide away. You have the opportunity to comfort the neighbors around us who deserve happier, healthier lives. At the United Way of Central Oklahoma, our partner agencies help thousands of children, adults, and families journey through grief, poverty, and so many struggles. So consider giving today at UnitedWayOKC.org.
Welcome back to Tuesday Night Basketball here on CBS Sports Radio 105.3 FM HD1. We are also streaming live on the All City Sports YouTube page. Appreciate everybody tuning in, watching the game live on your cellular device, on your tablet, on your computer. And we've gotten a couple comments here on the stream as well. Good evening to Karen Tribble. She's tuning in, watching the game with us.
Shout out, Mama Trib.
That's right.
Love you, Ma.
And Dylan, you wouldn't be here without her.
This is true. I would not.
We have to extend a thank you to Karen and her husband for creating you.
Jimbo. You got to meet Jimbo.
That's right, and he is the middle school basketball coach for Carl Albert. Correct?
Yep, he does volleyball and basketball at Carl Albert Middle School.
And he's had a chance to coach many of those athletes that are now in high school playing at the varsity level.
Yeah, he knows all those kids at Carl Albert. He said they have a really good shot at getting a gold ball this year. And a lot of these guys playing for Carl Albert are young.
Well, I'm excited to see how the second half plays out. John Marshall, the Lady Bears are up 33-18 on top of the Lady Trojans of Douglas. What does Douglas have to do to cut this deficit, get back in this ball game?
Limit these careless turnovers that you and I have seen in the first half. Just little mistakes could go either way, and it's things that can be fixed very easily, so that's the positive on it. If they can just clean it up, play a clean second half, D up, get to the rack, get Bobby White going downhill, and if they try to close in on her, pass it out. There's going to be an open shooter.
I do think Douglas is taking too many shots from the outside. They need to get some higher percentage shots, some better shot choices down there on the block. Continue to go to Bobby White. She's been very effective down low. I know Kamariana Moten, she's hit a couple threes, and that gives her life. That she feels like she can hit every shot.
Yeah.
But it is somewhat difficult. And like we said in the first half, get back on defense.
Yep.
I mean, John Marshall does a great job of pushing the ball up the court at a very quick pace. They're very almost run and gun.
100%.
And it's been difficult to guard Jayla Lawson. She's not only strong down low, but she can also hit that long three-point shot.
Yeah, she can pull up from deep, and she's very confident. You got to get a hand in her face, because if you give her an open look, 9 times out of 10, I think it's going to fall.
All right, so we're going to get this second half underway. That was our halftime show brought to you by Langston University. Want to give a big shout out to Super Prep OK on Instagram. They are our title sponsor for this broadcast. Please follow them on Instagram. You won't regret it. You'll learn a lot.
Yep.
And you'll be able to keep up with high school athletics from around the state and around Oklahoma City. Going to inbounds to Tiana Blackwell. She's going to move right. Throws it to the high post of Bobby White. It's stolen by Jayla Young of the John Marshall Bears. Gets it cross court into Shayla.
Nice defense.
I'm sorry, not Shayla, Staley.
Yeah.
Here comes Mariana Holmes. She's going to push the ball up the court for Douglas. Overthrows the pass to Bobby White in the corner. Another careless turnover for Douglas. They've got to limit those mistakes if they want to come back and make this a ball game.
Yeah, ball security is very key in this second half for the Lady Trojans.
Jana Lawson gets it to Jayla Lawson. Puts up the shot, no good. Rebounded Goretta of John Marshall. She's going to restart the half-court offense. Gets it to Lyons. Tried to get it down low to Lawson. It's stolen by Douglas. Here's Mariana Holmes. She gets through the first line of defense, puts up the shot, no good. They're going to call a foul. Is it going to be a shooting foul or on the court here?
That's a tough one. It almost looked like it was before the shot. However, she's lined up at the free throw line like she's shooting, and indeed she is.
So they're going to give her the shooting foul on that. She was getting double teamed. She split the double team.
Yep.
And that's when they called the whistle, but they're going to say she was in the middle of shooting. So
it looks like they're going to switch up the call and say it was before the shot, which I thought initially.
That's what I thought too. I didn't feel like that was a shooting foul, and referee agreed with me. Inbound pass to Moten, gets it down low to Bobby White, left hand, no good. Rebounded, Kaylin Goretta gets it to Lawson. Lawson pushes it up the court, gets it to Jayla Lawson, three-point shot, no good. Rebounded Bobby White. Turns around, gets it. We've got a wide open layup here. Tiana Blackwell with the bucket, cuts it to 13.
Love it.
That's exactly what we needed to see from Douglas right now.
Yes, exactly right. Get stops on defense, turn it into fast offense, easy finish at the other end.
Jana Lawson gets it to Jayla. Jayla goes left. She puts up the shot, no good. Rebounded Bobby White.
Another defensive stop, and they have numbers, 2-on-1.
And we've got a loose ball. It is going to get rebounded by Tiana Blackwell. She's going to take it to the block, puts up the shot, no good. Rebounded Jania Lawson, gets it all the way down court. It's stolen by Mariana Holmes. She loses control. Gets it stolen by Jayla Lawson. Puts up the three-point shot. Off the glass, no good. Mariana Holmes and Douglas with the ball. She's trying to get towards half court. She's going to get fouled by number 15, Leilani Staley. Just seems like Douglas has the momentum right now to start the second half, and that's really good considering they're down 13 points.
Yeah, looks like Coach gave him a nice pep talk, and I really like when Mariana Holmes gets downhill as well. She finishes very well at the rim, and she's fast. She puts defense in a tough spot. Either she's going to finish open or she's going to get fouled. So they got to keep her and Bobby White going to the rim for high percentage shots. I think that's a nice recipe.
I like the aggressiveness. They're really making a point to increase the physicality in terms of fighting for rebounds, screens, fighting for loose balls.
Even playing better
defense. Making steals, getting blocks.
Yeah.
All of the above.
First two possessions on defense, Zamari Wright comes up with steals for Douglas, so that is crucial for them.
Mariana Holmes is going to inbound the basketball to Tiona Blackwell. Blackwell with the basketball. Throws to Moten. Gets it to Bobby White. Now it's a loose ball, and we've got a jump ball situation.
It's going to John Marshall. They got the possession arrow.
Kaylin Garetta going to inbound the basketball, and we've got a full court press from Douglas. Throws it down court to Jayla Lawson. Hits her teammate in stride, and now it's stolen by Mariana Holmes, who gets pushed by number 11, Kaylin Garetta, so that's going to be a foul on Garetta.
Garetta doesn't like the call, of course, but it's the correct call. Her feet were not set. She tried to take the charge. Feet not set. Foul on John Marshall. Douglas gets the ball.
Douglas also down by 13, 5:40 left in the third quarter. Here comes Tiona Blackwell. Goes left, right, kicks it out to Moten. Three-point shot, no good. Zamari Wright with the rebound. Gets knocked out of bounds. Going to remain Douglas basketball.
Great defense by Garetta. She got a hand on that three-point attempt by Moten.
And we've got referees kind of communicating with each other here. I'm not sure what they're communicating about, but the score is 33-20. John Marshall Lady Bears with the lead. Douglas Lady Trojans with the basketball. Bobby White inbounds to Moten. Moten wants a three. He takes a long two. No good. Rebounded Jayla Lawson. Lawson's pushing the ball up the court. Kicks it to her teammate, Jalia Young. Young to Jania Lawson. Puts up the three and nails it.
Wow. That was a huge three by number 2, Jania Lawson. That kind of stops that momentum that Douglas just had.
36-20, John Marshall. Here's Kamariana Moten, three-point shot, and got it.
Back at you by Moten. If she can heat up, that's going to be crucial for Douglas down the stretch because she has a sniper.
Jania Lawson kicks it to Garetta. Down low to John Marshall. Now kicks it back out to Jayla Lawson. Back to her teammate with the shot. No good. Rebounded Bobby White. Bobby White directing traffic. Throws to the corner. Gets knocked out of bounds. It's going to remain Douglas Lady Trojan basketball.
That's right. Staley was there for the steal, but deflected out of bounds. Douglas is going to throw it in, and Bobby White is going to throw it in.
Looking for an open player right now. Gets it to Mariana Holmes. Dishes it in the corner. Three-point shot. Got it!
Don't let her heat up.
You just said.
She is money, especially if she's wide open like that, taking practice shots. The defender's got to get there if you're John Marshall.
Cuts it to 10. John Marshall at one point was up 23, but Douglas has cut the deficit to 10 points with 4 minutes and 10 seconds left in the third quarter.
Love it. Now we got a good ball game. 10-point game.
John Marshall with the basketball. Kaylin Garetta is going to inbound it, and we've got some substitution. Castanet Jackson is in the game. Bobby White is taking a breather. She's been a busy player this third quarter.
She really has.
Here's Jania Lawson. Gets it to Jayla Lawson. Jayla may step back. Gets it to Jania. Three-point shot. No good. And it's rebounded, immediately taken to Tiona Blackwell. She's going to try and take it all the way. Puts up the shot and got it. Layup's good. Gets fouled in the process. That's what we call an and one.
And that is what I call a momentum shift. It seems like Douglas has all the momentum right now. Moten hitting back-to-back threes. Blackwell running and gunning, finishing at the rack, and now she's at the free throw line for one shot.
Going through her free throw routine. Puts it up. In and out. Rebounded Jayla Lawson. So it's an 8-point ball game right now. John Marshall was up 23. Douglas has now cut it to 8. Puts up the shot by John Marshall. Rebounded Mariana Holmes. Throws it full court. Tiona Blackwell with the layup, no good. Mariana Holmes gets the offensive rebound. Puts up the shot. It is good.
Holmes with the floater.
6-point
game is strong.
We've got a heck of a comeback.
Oh, yeah.
In this girls basketball game between John Marshall and Douglas.
And we got a steal by Douglas.
Now it's stolen back by John Marshall. Puts up the shot, no good, gets fouled.
Wow.
That was Jalea Young. I may be saying that incorrectly. Jalaya?
I think it might be Jalaya Young.
Jalaya Young, I think that's what it is. She'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, that's right.
John Marshall led by 23, but now they're only up 6. Misses her first free throw. The Lady Trojans of Douglas have executed a pretty impressive comeback here so far in the second half. 3 minutes and 10 seconds left in the third. Jalaya Young makes the free throw, increases the lead to 7. Here come the Lady Trojans. Gets across half court, calls out the play to Mariana Moten. Tiona Blackwell, back to Moten. Here's a 3, no good. Rebounded. John Marshall, Jalaya Young. Gets it to Janiyah Lawson. Jayla Lawson. 3-point attempt by Goretta. Got it!
Oh, wow.
John Marshall's got
raining
fire.
threes. Yeah, that's right. They had to get something to go, and that was the shot. Goretta with a huge 3-point shot from the corner.
Jalaya Young knocks the basketball out of bounds. It's going to stay Lady Trojan basketball. Into Mariana Holmes. She goes right. Throws to her teammate. Gets it to Moten. Moten tries to get it low. It's stolen by Janiyah Lawson. Gets it to Goretta. She's going to put it up. No good. Rebounded by Jayla Young. Here's Lawson. Deep 3. Got it!
Lawson hits the transition 3. John Marshall is up now.
Is that Jayla Lawson's third or fourth three-pointer of the game?
It's her third.
Okay.
That is her third 3, and that was a huge 3.
That was basically NBA range, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, and that is all because of that offensive board. They're on the fast break. Goretta misses the layup. Her teammates are trailing. And then who do you see trailing from behind for the transition 3? Number 23, Lawson. Knocks it down.
Very good execution by Jayla Lawson. Showcasing her ability to shoot the basketball from any point in the court.
Oh, yeah. Without hesitation. My dad used to say that about players that would just pull up, no conscience. No conscience. Just let it fly.
And now because we've seen Douglas kind of catch fire, cut the deficit to 6. John Marshall, Lady Bears have finally answered.
Yep.
And started their own little momentum shift here in the third quarter. It's been an exciting third quarter. Score is 42-30. John Marshall, Lady Bears with a 12-point lead over the Douglas Lady Trojans. Now Douglas has the basketball. Tiona Blackwell goes right off a screen. She's getting double teamed. Still finds way. Now it gets stolen by Jalaya Young. No, I'm sorry, that's Janiyah Lawson. Janiyah Lawson. Down low to Lawson, puts it up, and it goes out of bounds. Was that blocked?
Yeah, that was blocked by 15. DeAsia Smith for Douglas.
It's going to remain John Marshall basketball. They've got a 12-point lead and the ball. Kalia Young is in for DeAsia Smith.
I think DeAsia Smith is pretty
Down low
banged up.
to Jayla Lawson, goes out of bounds. Knocked out of bounds by Douglas. You're going to call it out of bounds on Tiona Blackwell. She did not like that call.
Of course not.
Inbounds pass by John Marshall. Gets it to Lawson on the corner. Here we go, number 15, Staley puts up the shot, no good. Offensive rebound by Kaylin Garetta. Garetta to Lawson. Janiyah Lawson puts up the shot, no good. Put back, no good. Here's another three-pointer by Lawson, no good. Rebounded. A lot of offensive rebounds here for John Marshall.
I think that is their 6th offensive board in this possession alone.
Here's Jaliyah Young, gets it to her teammate Garetta. Garetta goes left, goes right, gives it back to Young on the wing. She's going to step back, gets it to, well, now it's getting contested. Garetta on the wing, tries a three-point shot, no good. Rebounded Douglas. Gets it to Tiona Blackwell, 2-on-2. Here's Blackwell, puts up the shot, no good. She gets fouled, she's going to the line.
That's what you got to do to stop this John Marshall run. Basketball's a game of runs. John Marshall went on theirs, up 42-30, stop the run, get downhill, get fouled. Douglas is going to the free throw line for 2, and that is their senior leader, Blackwell.
John Marshall's up 12 points. Tiona Blackwell's at the line for Douglas. Could cut it to 10 here. Waiting on the first shot. You can tell the crowd's getting into it.
Yeah, and more people are filing in this gymnasium.
Here's the shot. No good. Missed the first one. She can tell, you can tell she's a little frustrated.
Oh, yeah.
We've got some substitutions in. Maya Lyons is back in the game, and Liloni Staley is coming out of the game. Here's the second free throw attempt. In and out, rebounded Janiyah Lawson. John Marshall basketball, gets it up court. Young with the backdoor passage, stolen by Douglas. Here's Tiona Blackwell, she's gonna push it up court. I think she's gonna take it herself, puts it off the glass, no good. Fighting for the rebound, it's Janiyah Lawson. Janiyah Lawson gets it stolen by Mariana Holmes. Douglas basketball, 37 seconds left. We've got
it's a foul on Garetta.
Foul
it's a reach-in foul
on Kaylin Garetta, the senior for the John Marshall Lady Bears. Coach Jayla Rose is explaining his coaching to her team. And she is just an amazing competitive coach. She wants to win. She wants to make her team better. Here's Kamariana Moten. She got it on the wing. She drives left, puts up the jump shot, no good. Gets her own rebound, kicks it to Kalia Long. Kalia gets it to Moten for 3, no good. Rebounded John Marshall. Janiyah Lawson pushing the ball up the floor, gets it to Jayla. Might see a three-point shot by Jayla, and we do, and it's good!
Oh my gosh, she hit him with the crossover, open 3, knocks it down again, 6 seconds left. Douglas is gonna have to get the ball off quick.
Mariana Holmes gets it to Moten, now it's stolen, and that's the end of the third quarter. Wow.
Wow is right.
That is impressive. The John Marshall Lady Bears have a 15-point lead. They're up 45-30 over the Douglas Lady Trojans. That's the end of the third quarter. We're going to take a real quick commercial break. We'll come back, get this fourth quarter underway, and see who wins this game. It's Tuesday night basketball here on CBS Sports Radio, 105.3 FM HD1, sponsored by Super Prep. That's right, Super Prep on Instagram. Give them a follow. We'll be back momentarily.
Oklahoma City, I'm Miles Perry, and I want you to tune in to my show, Super Prep Live.
Super Prep Live takes an in-depth look at the Oklahoma high school student athlete and what makes he or she become great at what they do. Super Prep Live can be heard on OKC's CBS Sports Radio 105.3 and Instagram Live. Make sure you tune in and learn about the next great student athlete on Super Prep Live with me, Miles Perry.
Injuries don't wait. For business hours, now you can be seen 24/7 for sports injuries. Whether you have a sprain or a broken bone, at the SSM Health Bone and Joint Injury Clinic at 13401 Northwestern.
Welcome back to Tuesday Night Basketball here on CBS Sports Radio 105.3 FM HD1. You can also watch the game on the All City Sports YouTube page. We are streaming live from Clyde Ellis Fieldhouse on the campus of John Marshall. This is the home of the John Marshall Lady Bears and the John Marshall Bears. Gets it to Bobby White. Douglas with the basketball, down 15. Tiona Blackwell goes right, kicks it to teammate Moten for three. Got it! Needed it!
That is her shot. 3-point ball from the corner. She is money team.
Here's John Marshall with the basketball, trying to get it to Janiyah, fighting for the ball, and Tiona Blackwell comes up with it. We got like a 3-on-1. Kicks it to Holmes, off the glass, no good. Rebounded John Marshall. Now they're throwing full court to Jayla Lawson. She's going to try and put up the shot, no good. Rebounded Tiona Blackwell of Douglas. And now we're running the floor. She's going to take it all the way off the glass. Got it!
What a finish by the senior, Blackwell. Both teams are playing at a really fast pace right now.
John Marshall with the basketball and a 10-point lead. 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Here's Janiyah Lawson. Gives it to her teammate, Kaylin Goretta. Goretta dishes to Young. Young loses the basketball, and we've got a foul on Jayla Lawson, which is probably a smart foul, because if she doesn't foul Mariana Holmes, then that's a wide open, easy bucket.
It sure is. And it made me think for a second, are there, what do you call that in the NBA? Something path foul. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
a clear path foul.
Yeah.
I don't think they have that at this level, because that would have been a clear path foul for sure.
And does that count points? Like they give them points for
Well,
that?
they get free throws and they get the ball back.
Oh, okay. So you don't see, right. Okay. Yeah, I don't think that's the case here, but maybe I'm wrong. Here's Mariana Holmes. Puts up the first shot, no good. Rebounded Bobby White. Dishes to her teammate, goes out of bounds, and that's going to be off of John Marshall.
That's right.
Maloney Staley, and Douglas is going to retain the basketball. They're only down 10 points.
I'll tell you what, Bobby White has been battling in the paint all night long. She is a tough basketball player.
She's going to throw in the inbounds pass here. Gets it to Holmes. Holmes, three-point shot. No good. Rebounded. Staley of John Marshall trying to slow things down a little bit. Pushes the ball up court finally. Gets to the corner. And now she's going to take it herself. Oh, I thought she was going to
travel.
Yeah, that is a travel.
I feel like she thought she got fouled, but she did not get fouled. So she took some extra steps, travel. Douglas gets the ball.
All right, Tiona Blackwell for the Douglas Lady Trojans. Down by 10, 6:25 left in the game. Blackwell goes right, puts up the shot, does not get it. Jayla Lawson rebounds for John Marshall. Here come the Lady Bears. And it's stolen by Kamariana Moten. She tosses it to her teammate. Goes out of bounds. Frustration has set in for Tiona Blackwell. She lost control of that basketball, and she's just frustrated.
Yeah, they had a great opportunity to get some points right there in transition. A little frustration. John Marshall has the ball. 6 minutes, 8 seconds left.
Full court
John
press
Marshall
here.
on top by 10.
Janiyah gets it stolen by Jackson. Jackson's going to put up the shot. No good. Rebounded John Marshall. Gets it to Goretta. Goretta, 2-on-2 here. She's going to take it herself off the glass. No good. Rebounded Young. Gets it to Jayla Lawson, who's going to dribble around, put up the shot. No good. Gets fouled in the process. Jayla Lawson, the junior for John Marshall, going to the line. Could increase their 10-point lead.
No doubt about it. And she is a good shooter. So that's not one of the players you want going to the free throw line if you're Douglas. 5 minutes, 46 seconds left. John Marshall attempting 2 free throw shots.
Let's see if she can make the first one. She can. Of course she can.
Pure shooter.
You know, when you look at Jayla Lawson, you automatically think that she's a tough competitor down there on the block getting rebounds, but you totally underestimate and overlook her long-range shooting ability.
Yeah.
She's hit 4 3-pointers tonight?
Yes. Huge threes.
Very
Momentum
impressive young
shifting
lady.
threes. Yeah.
Very impressive. Here's her second free throw. Makes that one. So John Marshall increases their lead to 12 over the Douglas Lady Trojans. Lady Trojans have the basketball. Here's Blackwell. She drives the lane, puts up the shot, no good. Gets her own rebound, loses control. Felt like she fell down kind of hard on the floor. She looks to be a little banged out. It goes out of bounds. It's going to be John Marshall basketball.
That's right.
Here we go. Long pass.
Got it still by Douglas.
Holmes with the ball. Going to take it herself, and we've got an offensive foul. Charge.
Yep. Goretta had her feet set perfectly, took the charge like a champ, and she's going to get her team the ball back.
And we've got a timeout here. John Marshall Lady Bears up 47-35 on the Douglas Lady Trojans. We're going to stay right here. 5:26 left in the fourth quarter. Want to give a big shout out to our title sponsor, Super Prep. Super Prep OK on Instagram. I know you have an Instagram account. Give them a follow. You won't regret it. If you want to stay up to date on everything high school athletics, that is the account you must follow. It's updated daily, highlights players of all sports.
It's a phenomenal resource.
Also want to give a big shout out to our other sponsors, Langston University, Kai's Life-Changing Bar, Dick's Sporting Goods, Impressions Printing, Oklahoma City Dodgers Baseball Foundation, and Perry Publishing and Broadcasting Company. We are live here from a very loud gym on the campus of John Marshall. It's the Clyde Ellis Fieldhouse. And again, the score is 47-35. The John Marshall Lady Bears with a 12-point lead. And the basketball. So Kaylin Goretta will inbound the basketball. Full court press being applied by Douglas.
Yeah, Douglas is going to try to steal for sure. They've had a lot of success stealing the ball in the second half. And they got him in a trap in the corner.
And they're fighting for the bat. Jackson gets it, puts up the shot, and nails it. Cashtonay Jackson of Douglas cuts it to 10. Here's a long pass to John Marshall. Might get the bucket back, and they do.
Yeah, John Marshall beat the press that time and made Douglas pay.
Here's
on top by 12.
Blackwell, kicks it to Holmes. 3-point shot by Holmes, no good. Rebounded, and they're fighting for the rebound. Jump ball, and it's going to be John Marshall basketball.
Oh, yeah. Starting to get a little chippy down the stretch.
I
in
like
the
the
fourth quarter.
aggressiveness.
I do too.
You can tell both teams very much want to win this basketball game. Gets it to Janiyah Lawson. Lawson's bringing it up court. Now it gets stolen
Good steal
by
by Douglas again.
3-on-2. Here's Holmes. Kicks it to Jackson. Puts up the shot. No good. Rebounded. Goretta. Goretta trying to get to her teammate. Holmes steals it. Puts up the shot. Gets their offensive rebound. Now she's going to restart. Jackson throws to Tiona Blackwell. And now that gets stolen. And that's, well, it's a jump ball. And so it's going to stay Douglas because that's where the possession arrow was going.
Yeah, just a heads-up play by Goretta to get her hands on the ball and not foul. So Douglas is going to pass it in from the baseline, see what they can.
Douglas down by 12, really needs a bucket. Mariana Holmes with the basketball, gets it to Tiona Blackwell. She goes right, dishes to her teammate, goes out of bounds. Bad turnover by Douglas. Yeah. It's going to be John Marshall basketball. John Marshall crowd wanted a carry call.
Yeah, I mean, you could definitely argue that. So they're going to really apply this pressure like they've been doing for this whole fourth quarter and do whatever they can to get a steal.
De'Asia Smith is in the game. Beretta with the inbounds pass. Throws it to Staley. Staley's got it. Laloni Staley with the basketball. Gets it stolen by De'Asia. And now Bobby White has it. One-on-one. Puts up the shot, no good. Janiyah Lawson with the basketball. The rebound, bringing it up court. Got a 12-point lead, wants to slow things down. Gets it to the high post. Kicks it to Greta, back to Young. Young turnaround, kicked it to Janiyah Lawson, who's at the corner. Gets it to Staley. Now Jayla Young with the basketball. She's going to drive, lose control, goes out of bounds. They're going to say John Marshall basketball. I don't know if I agreed with that.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Watch out. Jayla Lawson just limped off to the sideline. She's on the bench now getting her knee checked out. That's a huge loss for the Lady Bears.
And Jamaria Washington is in the game for her.
So John Marshall's really going to take their time. No rush to get a shot off, no shot clock in high school basketball.
Janiyah Lawson at the top. Almost got it stolen by Camariana Moten. It's going to stay right here. John Marshall basketball.
Yep, Douglas has to go for the steal because John Marshall is in no hurry or rush to shoot this basketball.
Goretic gets it to Janiyah Lawson, who goes left, now right. Loses her dribble, throws to Young, back to Lawson at the wing. She goes left, taking her time. Throws it to Jaliyah Young. Young with the basketball. Taking her time. Stolen by Douglas. Tiona Blackwell needs to score. I don't know how many possessions you're going to get left. Puts up the shot. Got it! Cuts it to 10.
That was huge. That was the shooter's roll. It hits the rim 3 times and bounces in. John Marshall's pushing it now. That's Goretta.
Loses control of the basketball. Almost got picked by Mariana Holmes.
What a heads-up play by Holmes, because if she doesn't get her hand in there, Goretta's finishing at the rim.
That was a great defensive play by Mariana Holmes.
Yeah.
Never stops moving. John Marshall with the basketball on a 10-point lead. Stolen by Douglas. Tiona Blackwell, one-on-one. Puts up the shot, no good. Rebounded Douglas. Camariana Moten gets it back to Blackwell. Puts up the shot, no good. She gets fouled. She's going to the line and will have an opportunity to cut it to 8 points. There's 2 minutes, 28 seconds left in this fourth quarter. The time is now.
Yeah. And let's emphasize, these free throws are very, very important right now for the Douglas Lady Trojans. It's the senior Blackwell at the line, attempting the first free throw shot.
Going through her routine.
Misses it. Those might come back to haunt them, because like you and I said, we say this every single game. Nonetheless, she has one more free throw attempt. Let's see if she can knock this one down to cut it to 9 points.
Important free throw, and they only get more important as the game goes on. Misses the second one. Rebounded Laloni Staley. Staley goes left, goes right, I'm sorry. Getting guarded by Moten. Staley loses her dribble.
Another
Stolen
steal
by Jackson of Douglas. She's going to push it up the court. Goes right, goes out of bounds. They're going to say it was off her foot.
Yeah.
So it's John Marshall basketball. 2 minutes and 11 seconds left. John Marshall with the ball in a 10-point lead.
It's amazing how much better Douglas has been playing defense this fourth quarter. I would love to know the stat on how many steals they have in the fourth quarter alone.
In the first half, Douglas was down 23 points. They fought back, got within 6, and John Marshall has now increased their lead back to 10. Here's Janiyah Lawson. You can tell they're not really worried about scoring right now, but Goretta puts up the shot, and we've got an offensive foul or a blocking foul?
It's a blocking foul. That's going to be on Bobby White.
So that means
Goretta's going to the free throw line.
Minute 55 left. Kaylin Goretta to the free throw line, trying to increase their lead. I know there's a high sense of urgency on the Douglas side. They're running out of opportunities. I don't know how many more possessions they're going to have left in this game. You better take advantage of them.
Yep, got to.
But hard-fought basketball game by both teams. I am impressed with the effort, with the will to win, the hustle, the physicality. It is impressive.
Yeah, you could feel the intensity in this Clyde Ellis Fieldhouse, home of the John Marshall Bears and Lady Bears.
I want to thank you guys for tuning in to the All City Sports YouTube page. We're streaming this game online. You can watch it from any cellular device, your cell phone, your tablet, your computer. And Goretta makes the first free throw. That increases their lead to 11. John Marshall is up 50-39 on Douglas right now.
Goretta really does everything for this John Marshall Lady Bears team.
She puts up the second shot, no good. Rebounded, Camariana Moten.
Got to get a good shot off.
Throws it to Tiona Blackwell. Blackwell fakes right, goes left, puts up the shot, is fouled for herself. So she'll have an opportunity to cut it to 9 here.
Yep.
These free throws are important.
They are. She's got to shake off those 2 she just missed. This is an important moment. Minute 45. Anything's possible.
Tiona Blackwell going through her free throw routine. Down by 11. Can she get to 10? No. Missed it. Score is still 50-39. Got some substitutions. Jelaya Young's back in the game.
That is great to see Jelaya Lawson back in this basketball game because she jumped off with one leg. It looked like she was injured pretty bad.
Yeah, Jayla Lawson is back in this game, and she's down there on the block and missed that free throw too. And it's rebounded by Jelaya Young. Throws down low to Washington, puts up the shot, no good. Fighting for the rebound, goes out of bounds off the foot of Jackson of Douglas.
Yep. So John Marsh is going to keep it.
Minute 34 left. We've kind of had a lot of stoppage here.
Oh, yeah.
Gets it to Lawson, puts up the shot, no good. Gets her own rebound, kicks it to Goretta. Goretta throws to Young. Young puts up the shot and gets it.
Good, strong post move down low by number 1, Jelaya Young.
Scores 52-39. Douglas for a three-point shot, no good. Moten gets the rebound, throws to Blackwell. Blackwell goes right. Going to put up her shot again and gets fouled, but the shot is no good. She'll go to the line yet again for 2.
She's been doing great at driving and drawing fouls. The free throws have just not been falling for her. And they're down 13 points, a minute, 9 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Got to have these free throws. Must have.
Want to thank our sponsors for this broadcast, Super Prep. Super Prep OK on Instagram. Give them a follow. They follow high school athletics extremely closely and put out a lot of great content regarding high school athletics and puts a spotlight on high school athletes in their accomplishments, both on and off the court. Also want to thank Langston University, Kai's Life-Changing Bar, Dick's Sporting Goods, Impressions Printing, Oklahoma City Dodgers Baseball Foundation, and Perry Publishing and Broadcasting Company. Blackwell missed her first free throw. Here is her second attempt. Missed that too. Rebounded. Deasia Smith gets another rebound. There was a putback there by I'm not sure who.
Got to shoot that 3.
Kicks it to Moten, who's hit several threes. Now she's lost her dribble. Gets it back to Blackwell. 53 seconds left. And Goretta gets the steal. And she's going to put up the shot and got the shot. It's good.
Goretta, I said it. She does it all. defense to offense, and she can finish well.
Kaylin Goretta on the bucket. Here's Tiona Blackwell with the bucket off the glass. Finally got some points for Douglas. Got to the 41 mark, 30 seconds left. Janiyah Lawson with the basketball for John Marshall. She's got trapped right after half court, and now Jayla Lawson is going to approach it, puts up the shot, no good. Deasia Smith gets it to Mariana Holmes. Holmes going to put up the shot, no good. Rebounded, John Marshall Lady Bears. That's Staley with the basketball, gets it to Lawson, throws cross court to Goretta, right back to Young. She's got a lane, puts up the shot, and it's good.
What a finish
I think
by John Marshall. It sure will. I think it was right before the buzzer. The pass by Goretta, it was just a quick touch pass, a give and go back to her teammate. They finished with the bucket at the buzzer, even though they didn't need it. John Marshall's going to win 54-41.
Final score, 54-41. The John Marshall Lady Bears with the victory this evening over the Douglas Lady Trojans. Let's take a brief timeout. I want to thank everybody tuning in on the All City Sports YouTube stream. Again, we are streaming this game live on the internet. All City Sports YouTube page. And make sure you subscribe so you don't ever miss out on our broadcast. We're also broadcasting this game on the radio, CBS Sports Radio 105.3 FM HD1. Let's take a little bit of a break, and we'll come back. We'll get this boys game underway. The John Marshall Bears and the Douglas Trojans. The boys game is next. Don't go anywhere. This broadcast is sponsored by Super Prep. Super Prep OK on Instagram. Right here on CBS Sports Radio 105.3 FM HD1. We'll be right back.
Oklahoma City, I'm Miles Perry, and I want you to tune in to my show, Super Prep Live.
Super Prep Live takes an in-depth look at the Oklahoma high school student-athlete and what makes he or she become great at what they do. Super Prep Live can be heard on OKC's CBS Sports Radio 105.3 and Instagram Live.
Make sure you tune in and learn about the next great student-athlete on Super Prep Live with me, Miles Perry.
Details. Having trouble picking a New Year's resolution? CarShield has got you covered. This year, don't worry about how much it'll cost to fix your car when it breaks down. Prices on just about everything are still rising, but you can lock in your price today with CarShield and it'll never go up. CarShield offers protection plans for around $100 a month that cover more parts than ever before. From alternators to big-ticket items like your transmission. Whether your car has 5,000 or 150,000 miles, CarShield has a protection plan for you. Plus, when you get coverage today, you'll lock in your price and it'll never go up. So as long as you cover your car, no matter how old it is, you're protected from the rising cost of parts and repairs. Why wait any longer? This year, choose coverage through CarShield, a resolution you can easily keep. Call 800-207-6972 today to save 20% on your plan. That's 800-207-6972. Keep your car protected. Call 800-207-6972. Again, 800-207-6972.
Agnes was in deep trouble with the IRS.
I owed the IRS a lot of money. I did not know what I was going to do. I was scared.
Agnes caught a break and found out about Optima Tax Relief.
But when I called Optima Tax, they guaranteed me that they were going to help me out the best that they can. And they did.
Optima stopped the IRS.
No more telephone calls, no more letters. Optima Tax took care of everything. I can finally sleep at night. I was stress-free.
Agnes was finally free from her IRS nightmare.
It was like a burden was lifted off of me, and it was a great feeling.
Are you in deep trouble with the IRS? You might want to listen to Agnes.
I would refer Optima Tax Relief to anyone because they got me debt-free from owing the IRS any more money.
Call Optima right now for your free consultation. Call 800-481-8144. 800-481-8144. 800-481-8144.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
No act of kindness is too small, and to some, it means everything. It's in your power to prove life is truly a gift and not a possession to hide away. you have the opportunity to comfort the neighbors around us who deserve happier, healthier lives. At the United Way of Central Oklahoma, our partner agencies help thousands of children, adults, and families journey through grief, poverty, and so many struggles. So consider giving today at UnitedWayOKC.org.
Smooth skin begins with hydrating ingredients. Olay Hyaluronic Body Lotion nourishes your skin with all-day hydration for deeply moisturized results that give you confidence like buttery soft shoulders like and visibly smooth skin like. Quench your skin with nourishing moisture from Olay Hyaluronic Body Lotion. Try Olay Hyaluronic Body Wash too and get skin your face will envy.
Come and enjoy ZT Cigars, private lounge and TVs, Crowned Heads, Crux, Padron, My Father, Davidoff Cigars, and more to help you relax at the largest cigar shop in the state, 2726 West Britton Road, and a second location at 1081 Cornwell Drive, inside of the Yukon Hills Shopping Center. For more information, call 942-0070. That's ZT Cigars.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
This story is called The Ugly Truth About Timeshare. If you think you've done your family a favor by buying a timeshare, you need my help. Hello, I'm Chuck McDowell, CEO and founder of Wesley Financial Group. 10 years ago, I started helping folks cancel their timeshare. And in the process, started what's now called the timeshare cancellation industry. Timeshare is the only thing that you can buy that you can't tell me how much it's going to cost or when it's going to end. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check to fill out any amount they want for annual maintenance and assessment fees. The crazy thing is, this never ends. Even when you die, your family's now going to be stuck with this burden. Stop the insanity today. Call my office now. If we take you as a client, I guarantee we'll cancel your timeshare or you'll pay nothing.
Call for your free information kit. 800-642-8855. That's 800-642-8855. 800-642-8855.
My brother-in-law died suddenly, and now my sister and her kids have to sell their home. That's why I told my husband we could not put off getting life insurance any longer. An agent offered us a 10-year, $500,000 policy for nearly $50 a month. Then we called SelectQuote. SelectQuote found us identical coverage for only $19 a month, a savings of $369 a year.
Whether you need a $500,000 policy or a $5 million policy, SelectQuote could save you more than 50% on term life insurance.
For your free quote, call SelectQuote at 1-800-504-4747. That's 1-800-504-4747. Or go to SelectQuote.com. 1-800-504-4747. That's 1-800-504-4747.
SelectQuote. We shop. You save. Full details on example policies at SelectQuote.com/commercials.
Sonic has something delicious for you. Hey, announcer guy, that's your cue.
Indulge in the all-new Sonic Steak Butter Bacon Cheeseburger with creamy steak-seasoned butter and crispy bacon, stacked on a 100% pure beef patty with 2 slices of melty American cheese and grilled onions, layered between a warm bakery bun.
Well, I don't know about you, but I'm definitely craving that previously mentioned thing.
Sonic Steak Butter Bacon Cheeseburger.
Sonic.
Limited time only at participating Sonic drive-ins.
Let it go.
Experience the magic at Frozen, Disney's latest hit Broadway musical. From the producer of The Lion King comes the show critics are calling a serious mega hit.
Let it go. Let it go.
Frozen is a can't-miss Broadway event.
March 22nd through April 2nd at the Civic Center Music Hall. Visit OKCBroadway.com to get your tickets today.
My brother-in-law died suddenly, and now my sister and her kids have to sell their home. That's why I told my husband we could not put off getting life insurance any longer. An agent offered us a 10-year, $500,000 policy for nearly $50 a month. Then we called SelectQuote. SelectQuote found us identical coverage for only $19 a month, a savings of $369 a year.
Whether you need a $500,000 policy or a $5 million policy, SelectQuote could save you more than 50% on term life insurance.
For your free quote, call SelectQuote at 1-800-504-4747. That's 1-800-504-4747. Or go to SelectQuote.com. 1-800-504-4747. That's 1-800-504-4747.
SelectQuote. We shop. You save. Full details on example policies at selectquote.com/commercials.
My brother-in-law died suddenly, and now my sister and her kids have to sell their home. That's why I told my husband we could not put off getting life insurance any longer. An agent offered us a 10-year, $500,000 policy for nearly $50 a month. Then we called SelectQuote. SelectQuote found us identical coverage for only $19 a month. A savings of $369 a year.
Whether you need a $500,000 policy or a $5 million policy, SelectQuote could save you more than 50% on term life insurance.
For your free quote, call SelectQuote at 1-800-504-4747. That's 1-800-504-4747. Or go to SelectQuote.com. 1-800-504-4747. That's 1-800-504-4747.
SelectQuote. We shop. You save. Full details on example policies at selectquote.com/commercials.
As a Walgreens pharmacist, I talk with people all the time about little tips and tricks for filling their Medicare prescriptions, like taking advantage of Walgreens 90-day refills to save them a trip, or using Refill by Scan, which is super easy and right on your phone. And for anybody worried about prescription costs, I say, hey, we got you, with low-cost copays on many medications.
Let's talk about making things easier. Walgreens is here. Fill your way and save at walgreens.com/Medicare. See pharmacists for restrictions and exclusions.
This is your Daily Black Health 365 moment. It's a brand new year and also the perfect time to set realistic health goals. The first thing is to assess where you are with your current health. Do you need to eat better, see a doctor, or get more exercise? Next, do one small thing each day towards your health goals, such as drinking an extra glass of water or taking a 10-minute walk. These things can kickstart a healthy 2023. This has been your Black Health 365 update, because a healthy lifestyle is a daily choice.
Dancing crew, trip for two, nailed the final interview. Game with Doug, brand new mug. Come here, kid, give me a hug. The more you want to do, the more we want to do. New COVID-19 boosters designed for recent Omicron variants are now available. Learn about eligibility and schedule a free, updated booster today at vaccines.gov. Sponsored by Pfizer and BioNTech.
Welcome back to Tuesday Night Basketball here on CBS Sports Radio 105.3 FM HD1. You can also watch this game live online at the All City Sports YouTube page. We are streaming. I'm your play-by-play announcer, Jay Swick. To my right is my color analyst, Dylan Trimble.
Let's get it.
Congratulations to the John Marshall Lady Bears on their victory in the first game this evening over the Douglas Lady Trojans. Now, it's the boys' turn. We know what both teams bring to the table, and it's called athleticism.
Yeah, 100%.
There will be a lot of fast-paced basketball up and down the court, and they are announcing the starting lineups right now. We'll just go ahead and give you Douglas's. Starting for Douglas, number 3, Jaden Williams. Number 11, Devon Scott. Number 22, Landry Ballard Jr. Number 23, Jace Brett. And number 24, Terry McMorris. That is your starting lineup for the Douglas Trojans. Here's your, well, we actually don't have our starting lineup here for John Marshall, but we're about to witness it right now.
They just hit us with the Chicago Bulls intro music.
I don't know if there's any better intro music than that.
There is not, especially the 90s Bulls.
Here we go, and it's kind of an NBA-type atmosphere. We're live from Clyde Ellis Fieldhouse here on the campus of John Marshall. The gym is packed out. A lot of people have came to watch these two teams play basketball against each other. Number 22, Jamari DeBose, is going to start for John Marshall. And number 2, Pecola McLeod, will also get the start. And number 3, Jamiri Hill, will also get the start. And number 1, Daniel Rahman, will start as well. And the final starter for the John Marshall Bears is Derek Lawrence, number 0. That is your starting lineup for the John Marshall Bears. Thoughts before tip-off, Dylan? What are you thinking?
It's going to be an electric atmosphere, to say the least. The people have piled in. It's getting rowdy. You can feel the energy. And this is one of those Oklahoma City public school rivalries. A lot of people come out for these games. This isn't just your every other game where you're playing a team from Edmond or Putnam City. This is the Oklahoma City School District. John Marshall, Douglas Trojans about to go head-to-head here at the Clyde Ellis Fieldhouse.
The Douglas Trojans are in the black jerseys. John Marshall is in the white. Terry McMorris will be the mid-court jump ball player for Douglas. For John Marshall, it'll be Jamari DeBose, who is just a freshman.
He's a 6'4" freshman.
But he looks like a veteran player. A lot of size, a lot of athleticism here tonight. We're going to see a really good basketball game between Douglas and John Marshall. Thank you to all our sponsors for the broadcast. Here's the jump ball, and Douglas is going to get it. Jaden Williams will throw to Landry Ballard Jr. He's at the top of the key, gets past half court, goes left, comes off the screen from Terry McMorris. Throws far over, somehow completed it to Terry McMorris. Turnaround jumper, made it.
McMorris hits the floater in traffic. That's a good start for the Douglas Trojans.
Douglas draws first blood. Here comes John Marshall. Derek Lawrence with the basketball. Gives it up to number 4, Jaleel Abdullah. Abdullah's in the corner. Drives baseline. Tries to kick it to his teammate, but stepped out of bounds. It's the first turnover of the game. It's going to be Douglas basketball.
We talk about how good Douglas is on defense, and they show it on the very first possession of defense. Landry is pushing it.
Jace Breath drives, kicks it out to Scott. Three-point shot, no good. Rebounded, John Marshall. Daniel Rahman. Rahman overthrows it, trying to get it to Derek Lawrence. Another careless turnover by John Marshall.
Turnover. Yep, that's right. That first quarter jitters, you got to shake them off.
Douglas gets the ball back, inbounds to Landry Ballard Jr. He's going to slowly take it, thinks twice before crossing half court, finally does. Gets it to Devon Scott. He's going to drive. Jump shot, good.
Scott with the baseline floater. Douglas hits 2 floaters, and they're up 4-0 early on in this ball game.
Here comes Derek Lawrence of John Marshall. He's going to take it himself and almost gets it to go.
There was a goaltend. One of the John Marshall players hit the ball while it was still on the rim. So Douglas is going to get it.
So score is still 4-0. Early first quarter, 6:45 left. Here comes Jace Breath, who's one of 2 6'6" players on the floor right now for Douglas. Landry Ballard gets it down low to Terry McMorris. Fakes, drives baseline, puts up the shot, no good, gets fouled in the process. I think they're going to call the foul.
Yep, they sure are.
Jaleel Abdullah.
That's a tough task to guard McMorris when he is going downhill. And he's very physical, very finesse, and athletic. He's at the line for 2 shots.
Terry McMorris is one of several players in tonight's basketball game that will be playing at the next level. Where that will be determined at a later date.
And I bet we can find out on Super Prep.
We certainly can. I'm glad you mentioned that, Dylan, because they are our title sponsor for this broadcast. Make sure you follow Super Prep OK on Instagram for your latest high school athlete coverage here in the state of Oklahoma. 6-0 Douglas. Here's number 2, Pecola McLeod. McLeod goes right, gets past Ballard, kicks it out to his teammate. 3-point attempt, no good. Rebounded number 22, Jamari DeBose.
Landry Ballard with the steal.
Here comes Douglas pushing it up the court. He gets it stolen. And now they're fighting for the loose ball, and they're going to say it's
out of bounds. Jaden Williams, he slipped. He was going for the ball, slips out of bounds. John Marshall's going to take it in from the baseline. 6-0, Douglas on top.
Daniel Ramon's going to inbound the pass, and they're going to press him. And Jaden Williams dives for it, gets possession of the basketball, and it's going to be Douglas ball.
What a hustle play by Jaden Williams. Wow. And you can't coach stuff like that, dude. That is just grit.
And that's the will to win. And that's the type of competitor that Jaden Williams is for Douglas. He's just a hard-fighting basketball player. Landry Ballard gets it into Terry McMorris, puts up the shot and got it. And it didn't matter if he was double-teamed on the block.
It does not matter because McMorris is just too strong down there.
Douglas up 8-0 on John Marshall. Here comes McLeod. Comes off his screen. He drives, kicks it out to his teammate, Ramon. Loses control. Here's Derek Lawrence behind the back to 22. Puts up the shot, no good. Rebounded Landry Ballard. John Marshall is struggling to make a shot. Landry Ballard up 8-0. Pull-up jumper. Got it.
Oh, my goodness. He hit him with that hezzy dribble, creates space, elevates from the mid-range, and knocks it down. Landry Ballard, he's special.
Douglas has started the game up 10-0, 5.5 to play in the first quarter. John Marshall has committed some turnovers early. They really haven't taken very many high percentage shots and haven't been able to sink a bucket yet in this game. What do they got to do differently here, Dylan?
Slow it down. They're trying to do a little too much right now, and you can't take chances with Douglas's defense because they're on you. They don't give you any room to breathe, and if you make a mistake, they're going to flock to the ball.
They're trying to match their pace.
Yeah, you can't do that. Play your game. Don't try to play up to pace with Douglas because you're going to have a hard time if you try doing that all night.
So John Marshall's going to have the basketball. Number 2, Pecola McLeod with the inbounds pass here. He's going to try and get it into Derek Lawrence, the senior guard. Does. Jaden Williams is all over Derek Lawrence. Lawrence asking for help. Trying to get it past half court and see, can't really do it. Loses his ball. Stolen by McMorris. Gets it back to John Marshall. They put up the shot, no good. Get fouled in the process. That's Daniel Ramon, who will go to the free throw line.
Yep, they called the foul on Jace Breath.
He went for
he went for the block. A little contact on the arm. John Marshall's at the line for 2.
And we talk about the free throws and how important they are on the high school level. And it's unfortunate that Daniel Ramon misses his first free throw. They're starving for a basket right here.
Yeah.
Dylan.
That's right.
Puts up the shot. It's good. Finally get on the board. It's 10-1. Here comes Landry Ballard of the Douglas Trojans. Kicks it to McMorris. McMorris to Williams. Williams on the wing. Gets it to Landry Ballard. He's going to reset. His half-court offense goes right. Looking for a teammate to get the ball. Gets it to Scott. Scott throws to Williams in the corner. Williams is going to put up the shot, and it falls.
Wow. Tough bucket in the paint, uncontested. Jaden Williams finishes that over 2 defenders.
McLeod to Lawrence. John Marshall gets it back to McLeod. It's stolen by Terry McMorris. Gets it to Landry Ballard. Back to McMorris. He's going to turn around and drop it in the bucket. He could have easily dunked, but he was playing nice.
That's right. Yeah, McMorris, he's so finesse.
Here comes John Marshall. Derek Lawrence, and we've got a turnover.
Wow. 10-second call. They didn't get the ball past half court because Douglas's defense is just all over them. No room to operate.
It's not a full court press. It's more like a 3-quarter press.
Yeah, yeah. And they're all over you.
They're making it very difficult to get past half court. Douglas with the basketball and a 13-point lead. The score is 14-1 with 4:10 left in the first quarter. Here's Jace Breath. Drives. puts up the shot, no good. He got fouled in the process. He's going to the free throw line.
Yep. Derek Lawrence met him at the rim, fouled him. Jace Breath going to the free throw line for the first time tonight.
Jace Breath and Terry McMorris are 2 of 3 6'6" players for the Douglas Trojans.
No doubt.
The other player is Corey Holman, who has yet to make an appearance in this game, but don't worry, we will see him.
And he's young. He's only a sophomore.
John Marshall making some substitutions. Derek Shaw is in the game. Derek Lawrence is in the game. Here's the free throw attempt by Breath. Gets it to 15. 15-1, Douglas with the lead. John Marshall with the basketball. Going back and forth, Derek Shaw with the basketball. Goes to Derek Lawrence. Gets it across half court. Now they've got to find a good shot to take. And it's going to be tough because Douglas is playing heavy-duty defense.
Oh, yeah. And they'll try to trap in those corners.
Lawrence at the top of the key. Takes a three-point shot. Got it!
Needed that one. That was a huge shot by Lawrence.
Here comes Douglas. Landry Ballard to Jace Breath. Quickly moving up the court. Now he's going to give it back to Ballard to restart the offense. 3:25 left in the first quarter. Devon Scott, long three, bounces around, and it's rebound by Terry McMorris.
Oh, my goodness. That was one of those disrespectful dunks by McMorris.
He tried to play nice earlier. Now he stepped it up a notch. Douglas is up 17-4, and that's off number 1, Daniel Rahman of John Marshall. Douglas is going to get the basketball. You can sense the frustration right now among the Bears of John Marshall.
Yeah, because that dunk just got everybody excited in this gym if you're for the Douglas Trojans.
Great crowd here tonight at Clyde Ellis Fieldhouse on the campus of John Marshall. We've got some substitutions in the game for Douglas. James Greenhoward is in the game. Jace Breath gets the ball. Gives it to Greenhoward. Long two. No good. Landry Ballard with the rebound. Puts it up. Gets the bucket. 19-4 Douglas. Here comes John Marshall. Derek Lawrence dives. Falls. Loses control. Jaden Williams gets the ball for Douglas.
And
now
they're pushing again. Oh, my God.
James Howard drives the baseline. Puts it up. No good. Rebounded John Marshall. Gets it all the way down the court to Derek Lawrence. Lawrence to Shaw. Derek Shaw, left hand, no good. Rebounded Jaden Williams. Gets it to Terry McMorris. Bang!
Showtime, Terry McMorris.
And it's stolen again by Douglas. Terry McMorris gets it back off a block from Jaden Williams. And here's James Greenhoward. Puts up the shot, no good. Rebounded Derek Shaw of John Marshall. McLeod with the ball. Gets it cross half court. John Marshall's down 4-21. 21-4. Douglas with the lead, but John Marshall with the basketball. Number 0. Derek Lawrence gets it to Derek Shaw. Shaw drives, kicks it out to McLeod. Long three. No good. Fighting for a rebound, and a foul is called.
Yeah, it's going to be an over-the-back foul on Douglas. So John Marshall, they need to come up with a good inbounds play. Try to get an open shooter. Get a good, clean look, because they are very hard to come by so far in this basketball game.
Is it smart to start utilizing the three-point shots at this point? I know.
Yeah, if you can get a ball screen and get a good look, then pull up.
They're down 21-4. You need chunk points if you can get it.
Yeah, because Douglas is not slowing down at all. When their motor is running, they just keep going.
And I think that's Derek Lawrence is going to take a breather. Number 3, Jameer Hill, throws it.
Another steal by Douglas.
Here's Devon Scott. He's going to dunk.
Oh, and he jams it with the left.
John Marshall gets to Derek Shaw. Now to Daniel Rahman. Rahman goes left, loses control, diving for the ball. Don't know who's going to get it. And it does come up John Marshall. Three-point shot. Got it. Number 5, Jordan Lewis, the sophomore.
And that's what they need more of. Good open threes, knocked down, Mr. Lewis.
Here's Landry Ballard, jump step, pulls up the shot, got it on the sideline. What a bucket.
The in and out pivot to the fadeaway, Landry Ballard, my goodness.
50 seconds left in the first quarter. Douglas up 25-7. John Marshall with the basketball. Here's the three-point shot, no good. Rebounded Terry McMorris. Douglas pushing it up the floor. Terry McMorris kicks it out to Devon Scott. Three-point shot. Good.
Wow. Wow, it hits the rim, goes in and out, and bounces back down. Good shot by Scott. He's a knockdown shooter.
John Marshall with the basketball. Daniel Ramon lost it on his way to the basket. It goes out of bounds, and it's going to stay John Marshall basketball.
My goodness. The margin for error is so slim against this Douglas defense.
The crowd is certainly into it.
Yeah, those dunks really energize this crowd.
McLeod inbounds it. Gets it to Derek Shaw, number 24. Shaw drives. And I think we're going to get an offensive foul here.
We sure are. We sure are. That was Greenhoward. Took the charge. Feet were set. Great play. It's those little plays right there when you don't have the ball, but you get your team a possession. They don't show up on the stat sheet, but they are so key.
Jaden Williams will inbound. Will inbound the basketball to number 5, James Greenhow. 10 seconds left. It's stolen by Derek Shaw. He's going to dunk it himself. Oh, and he missed the dunk.
Wow.
He missed the dunk. Now Douglas has it. 1 second left, and the clock is going to expire. Wow.
Wow.
What a fast-paced first quarter.
Yes.
Douglas is up 28-7 right now on top of John Marshall. We said it would be fast-paced. You wanted to see athleticism. You're seeing it here tonight. We're going to take a 30-second timeout. We'll come back and get this second quarter underway and see if John Marshall can cut the deficit a little bit. It's Tuesday night basketball on CBS Sports Radio, 105.3 FM, HD1. We'll be right back.
Oklahoma City, I'm Miles Perry, and I want you to tune in to my show, Super Prep Live.
Super Prep Live takes an in-depth look at the Oklahoma high school student-athlete and what makes he or she become great at what they do. Super Prep Live can be heard on OKC's CBS Sports Radio 105.3 and Instagram Live.
Make sure you tune in and learn about the next great student-athlete on Super Prep Live with me, Miles Perry.
Welcome back to Tuesday Night Basketball here on CBS Sports Radio 105.3 FM HD1. And shout out to everybody watching the game live online. We are streaming on the All City Sports YouTube page. So if you have a cellular device, a smartphone, a tablet, a computer, go to youtube.com and subscribe to All City Sports YouTube page. That way you'll never miss the broadcast. John Marshall with the basketball. Overthrows it, gets stolen by Jaden Williams. He's going to shoot a three, no good. Rebounded John Marshall. Going to reset Derek Lawrence. Got to get across half court. They've been caught for the 10-second violation once already. That trap. Gets it to Derek Shaw. Hits it in the corner to number 3 for John Marshall. Loses it. Stolen by James Greenhoward of Douglas. He's immediately going to throw it down court to Devon Scott. Back to Greenhoward. He's going to reset this half-court offense. Fake right, go left off a screen by Corey Holman. Loses the basketball. Now they're fighting, and John Marshall comes up with it. It's 2-on-1.
Fast break.
There's an oop. Got the bucket. Jameer Hill of John Marshall with the basket. Cuts the deficit, 2 more points. Scores 28-9. Douglas with the lead and the basketball. Here's Jaden Williams. Goes right, stops, goes left, gets it to Scott. No, it's stolen by Derek Lawrence. He's going to go for the bucket and gets it off the glass. Now we're seeing a little bit of a momentum shift by John Marshall.
Great start in the second quarter by John Marshall. 2 steals and 2 buckets.
James Greenhoward gets across half court. Devon Scott has it, baseline, jumper, no good. Rebounded. Corey Holman kicks it back to Scott. 3-point shot, no good. Rebounded. Number 4, Jaleel Abdullah. Gets it to Lawrence. Now down court to Derek Shaw. Shaw to Hill. Now they're fighting for the basketball. Douglas gets it. Here comes Greenhoward. He's going to take it off the glass. No good. They're going to get a goaltend.
Yep, the ball was on its way down, and he swatted it. Goaltend. 2 points for Douglas.
I really feel like he would have missed that shot.
Yeah.
He was not in a great position. The shot looked kind of ugly. I don't think it was going to fall, but he'll get credit for the 2 points.
Yep.
Because of the goaltend.
Yep. I think that guy just blocked it out of adrenaline itself because there's so much energy in here. He just wanted that moment.
And
another steal
by Devon Scott. Back to Terry McMorris. He dribbles to the right side on the wing. Throws cross court to Jace Breath. Breath fakes left, goes right. Turn around. Throws over the baseline. Well, near it. Gets it to McMorris. He gets the bucket off the glass. A lot of ball movement for Douglas. Sometimes it can get confusing.
Yeah.
But they go to their star player, Terry McMorris, and of course he gets the bucket. Douglas up 32-11. Here's John Marshall. Derek Shaw. He's going to drive left-handed. He got it. Nice layup.
Yeah, great finish around Terry McMorris. That was a really nice bucket.
I guess that is 13 points. I thought he was going to make it 15, but I could be wrong. Landry Ballard gets it down low to Terry McMorris on the block. He throws it back out to Ballard. Takes a long 2, no good. Rebounded Devon Scott. He's going to drive off the block, puts up the shot, no good. Jace Breath with the offensive rebound. He's going to give it to number 43, and we've got some
3 seconds in the lane.
That's right.
So that's going to be a turnover.
I knew there was something going on with that. Caleb Moore is in the game. Number 43 for the Douglas Trojans. Scores 32-13. 5:08 left in this second quarter. John Marshall with the basketball.
Let's see if they can score after getting that turnover.
Lawrence to Ramon. Ramon to number 4, gets it to number 22, puts up the shot. It's blocked by Jace Breath.
Yeah, that was like a volleyball spike block. It went straight down to the hardwood.
That was Jamari DuBose on the shot attempt. Number 22 for John Marshall. And they get it to Lawrence. He's going to drive the lane, puts up the shot, no good. Rebounded, put back, no good.
Another block by Jace Breath.
Abdullah. Here's Terry McMorris. He's going to take it coast to coast, puts up the shot, no good, but gets fouled in the process. So Douglas is going to the free throw line.
Sure are.
Up 32-13. 4 minutes, 43 seconds left in this second quarter. It's been all Douglas Trojans so far in the first half.
Yeah, John Marshall, they had a few moments there where they got 2 steals, 2 buckets. You could feel a little bit of life. But then on the other end, on defense, they have a tall task with guarding Terry McMorris, Jace Breath, Landry Ballard. All those guys are tough to guard.
McMorris makes the first free throw. Gets him to 33. Can he get him to 34 here with his second attempt? Making some substitutions. Derek Shaw for John Marshall's back in the game. Jaleel Abdullah is going to take a breather. Here's McMorris's second free throw attempt here. Puts it up. It's good. 34-13. Douglas with the lead. John Marshall with the basketball. Derek Lawrence. Back to Shaw. Back to McLeod. Trying to get it across half court. Gets it to Lawrence on the right side. He gets double teamed. Gets it to Shaw at the top of the key. Back to Lawrence. Deep 3. No good. And Devon Scott of Douglas with the rebound. Kicks it to Terry McMorris. Now he passes to Landry Ballard, who's on the left side. Gets it down low to Jace Breath. Has a really good matchup. Turnaround jumper. No good. It's actually, was that blocked?
Yeah, that was blocked by Shaw. Great
Shaw with
play.
The basketball. He's going to run. Kicks it out. 3-point attempt. No good by John Marshall. Now it goes out of bounds. Last touch.
By Douglas. It's going to stay with John Marshall. I like Shaw. He also had a nice finish at the rack right over Terry McMorris. I'd like to see them get him more involved.
Here's Derek Lawrence to McLeod. Cola McLeod back to Derek Lawrence. Now it's in the corner to Ramon. Ramon gets double teamed, throws over to DuBose, puts up the shot, no good. And they're fighting for the rebound. Somehow DeBose gets it. Or no, that was Shaw. That's Derek Shaw, and he's trying to get the ball to DeBose, but he's getting double-teamed by the Douglas Trojans. They're going to call a jump ball.
Yep, and it's going to Douglas.
That's going to be Douglas basketball.
Tough break for John Marshall.
No matter the lead, even though Douglas is up 34-13, Steven Alexander, the head coach of Douglas, is still coaching like his hair's on fire. Now, he is bald.
He's an intense coach, man.
So his hair is burned off, I think. Douglas with the ball. Devon Scott specifically crosses him up. Here's a jump shot.
Nice block. That was Daniel Rahman.
That's right. And now we've got a breakaway shot. No good. Jamari DeBose tried to get it for John Marshall and failed. Douglas with the ball. Jace Breath at the top of the key. Looks over. Trying to direct traffic. Telling people where to go. Now he goes right. Trying to get some room. Kicks it out to Jaden Williams, who takes the three-point shot. No good. And there's a fight for the rebound. It goes out of bounds. It's going to be John Marshall basketball.
That's right.
Number 10, Kingston Lemons, is in the game for Douglas. He was fighting for the rebound.
They're playing tougher now on defense, John Marshall is. They just got to get some points on the board.
They've adjusted defensively.
Yes.
They're just struggling to get points right now. Derek Lawrence on the wing, spins, loses control, turnover. Lemons gets the ball for Douglas. 2-on-1. He's going to take it himself, puts up the shot, no good. Are they going to call a foul here?
If they did, that's a late foul. Okay, they're going to call a foul on the floor.
It was not a shooting
foul.
No,
that's an offensive foul. John Marshall's getting the ball back.
All right, John Marshall showing some resiliency right now. They're in a hole. They got to dig themselves out. And backcourt violation.
Oh, my gosh. And that's just credit to Douglas's defense.
We've seen too many small, careless turnovers like that. And you add them all up, and it has a huge impact in the game.
Yes, absolutely.
Inbounds pass to Jace Breath. Derek Shaw's all over him. He's got a dribble behind his back. Gets across the half-court line. He's looking for room to run. Gets it down low to Terry McMorris on the block. He's going to back him up. Turnaround jumper. No good. Rebounded number 3, Jameer Hill. Derek Lawrence with the basketball. He gets trapped. Gets it to his teammate Hill. Hill's going to put up the shot. No good. And that's a charge.
It sure is. Jace Breath right there to take that charge.
Set his feet.
Yep.
Was in proper position.
I have a feeling Coach Alexander has made them very good at charges because that's the second one that has gone Douglas's way tonight.
Devon Scott with the inbounds pass. Pushes it up the court. Goes left, goes right. Now he gives it up. Terry McMorris looking at the clock. 2 minutes left. Douglas up 36-13 with the basketball. They're in no hurry right now. Jace Breath comes off a screen from McMorris. He spins. He's going to take it himself. Puts up the shot. No good. Now they're fighting for the rebound. And Rahman with the rebound for John Marshall. And he overthrows a pass to his teammate. Tried to hit Jameer Hill.
Yeah, Hill just wasn't ready for it. He was not looking for the ball. And by the time he saw it, it was too late. It was going out of bounds.
Another bad turnover by John Marshall. That's been the biggest difference in this game so far this first half. 1:43 left in the second quarter. Again, Douglas is up 36-13 on John Marshall. Douglas with the basketball. Landry Ballard's in the game. He's going to try and get it. Well, he got it stolen by Derek Lawrence. Here comes John Marshall. Now he's going to reset. Lawrence kicks it to his teammate, gets it to Shaw, off the glass. That's what you want to see.
Yes, Shaw can finish at the rack with his left really well. That's the second time he's done that tonight around a defender.
Landry Ballard bringing the ball up the court for Douglas. They're up 21. Corey Holman back to Ballard. Ballard on the wing. Dribbles left to right. Nice move. Gets the jump shot. Doesn't fall, though. Derek Shaw, John Marshall with the rebound. Kicks it to McLeod. McLeod trying to get it towards half court. Loses control. Gets it to Shaw, though. Shaw gets it to Lawrence. Lawrence is going to turn around, put up the shot. No good. Gets fouled. He's going to the line. And however you can get points right now, if you're John Marshall, you do it. even if it's by free throw.
Yep, just try to chip away any opportunity you get. 50 seconds left in the first half. Douglas on top, 36-15. John Marshall at the free throw line for 2 shots.
Derek Lawrence is a senior. I was talking with one of the assistant coaches, and he was bragging on him. Said he's an important piece to this team, and he's a great leader, and his teammates trust him. And I think that's evident so far what we've seen. They've just committed a few too many turnovers. Got to make your free throws here. You missed your first one. Can he get his second one? Yes, he can. John Marshall is down by 20. Score is 36-16. Douglas with the basketball in the 20-point lead with 50 seconds left in the second quarter. Here's Terry McMorris, gets it to Landry Ballard. Landry Ballard pushes it up the court. There's no waiting around with him. He's going to kick it back out to Terry McMorris, who's going to drive. Oh! He tried. He tried it. The monster dunk, but missed. He didn't quite jump.
Oh my gosh!
Far enough.
This gym was about to explode.
Had he executed that dunk correctly, that's probably top 5 on SportsCenter.
Yeah.
But he didn't go as far as he thought he was going to go and missed the dunk. But he got fouled in the process, so he's going to the free throw line, so why not try it?
Why not? McMorris is just showing out in this first half.
He's had two big-time dunks earlier in this first half this evening, trying to add to their lead, and misses the first free throw. Douglas with a 20-point lead, trying to make it 21 here. 40 seconds left in the second quarter. I want to thank our sponsors, Super Prep, for being our title sponsor tonight. Here's Terry McMorris, makes the second one, gets the 21-point lead. Here's John Marshall, 35 seconds left, and the basketball. They don't really want to give it back. They need to get across half court, and they did that. So Derek Lawrence gets it to McLeod. Cross court, stolen by Corey Hallman. Gives it to Terry McMorris. Now Douglas is in position to get the last shot and tried to get it to McMorris. It goes out of bounds.
I think that was out on John Marshall, so Douglas gets it back. 15 seconds. Look for them to hold it for the last shot.
And we've got a timeout here called by Coach Steven Alexander of the Douglas Trojans. We're going to stay right here. But so far,
I went to school
with
Coach Alexander's youngest brother, Xavier Alexander, and he won a state championship while I was at Midwest City High School in basketball. The Alexander brothers are very, very well known in this state for basketball. The middle brother, D'Angelo, also won a state championship for Midwest City back in the day. And their dad is sitting right there courtside. I know he's helping out Steven. Not that Steven needs it. Steven's a great coach.
There's no question about it that is a basketball family, and they eat, live, and breathe it.
They do.
If that's even a phrase anymore. But want to give a big shout out to our title sponsor, Super Prep. Give them a follow on Instagram, Super Prep OK. Also need to thank Langston University, Kai's Life-Changing Bar, Dick's Sporting Goods, Impressions Printing, Oklahoma City Dodgers Baseball Foundation, and Perry Publishing and Broadcasting Company. Got 15 seconds left in the second quarter. Douglas has possession of the basketball. They're up 37-16. So they're going to try and add to their lead one more time before halftime.
Do they throw an inbounds oop right here?
It's possible. I don't know if John Marshall would let them do that, but it's possible with the athleticism we've seen. And they tried it. McMorris gets it, doesn't get the oop, but gets the ball and scores.
That's right.
So here's John Marshall with the ball. Derek Shaw throws it to Ramon. Three-point shot, no good. Gets his own. No. Derek Shaw got the rebound, and the clock expired. So here's the final. Well, here's the score of the first half. Douglas 39, John Marshall 16. I want to thank everybody for watching this game online on our YouTube stream. the All City Sports YouTube page. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on any future broadcasts that we'll have here this season. We'll take a quick halftime break. We'll come back with our Langston University halftime show and then get this second half underway. We are broadcasting live from Clyde Ellis Fieldhouse here on the campus of John Marshall. We'll be right back with more Tuesday night basketball on CBS Sports Radio, 105.3 FM, HD1.
As a Walgreens pharmacist, I talk with people all the time about little tips and tricks for filling their Medicare prescriptions, like taking advantage of Walgreens 90-day refills to save them a trip, or using Refill by Scan, which
Oklahoma City, I'm Miles Perry, and I want you to tune in to my show, Super Prep Live.
Super Prep Live takes an in-depth look at the Oklahoma high school student athlete and what makes he or she become great at what they do. Super Prep Live can be heard on OKC's CBS Sports Radio 105.3 and Instagram Live.
Make sure you tune in and learn about the next great student athlete on Super Prep Live with me, Miles Perry.
Health. Do you need to eat better, see a doctor, or get more exercise? Next, do one small thing each day towards your health goals, such as drinking an extra glass of water or taking a 10-minute walk. These things can kickstart a healthy 2023. This has been your Black Health 365 update, because a healthy lifestyle is a daily choice.
Dancing crew, trip for two, nail the final interview. Game with Doug. Brand new mug. Come here, kid. Give me a hug. The more you want to do, the more we want to do. New COVID-19 boosters designed for recent Omicron variants are now available. Learn about eligibility and schedule a free updated booster today at vaccines.gov. Sponsored by Pfizer and BioNTech.
No act of kindness is too small, and to some, it means everything. It's in your power to prove life is truly a gift and not a possession to hide away. You have the opportunity to comfort the neighbors around us who deserve happier, healthier lives. At the United Way of Central Oklahoma, our partner agencies help thousands of children, adults, and families journey through grief, poverty, and so many struggles. So consider giving today at UnitedWayOKC.org.
Scotty Hobson, number 32, Oklahoma City Blue.
We've got a fan favorite, ladies and gentlemen, one of my favorite Oklahoma City Blue basketball players, Scotty Hobson. What are your expectations on this basketball season?
I say collectively, obviously, to win a championship if I'm going to be here the entire time. But individually, I think just as myself as all the other guys on the team have stated in our team meetings is we're all trying to get to the NBA. That's a huge goal for each and every one of us individually. Hi, this is Scotty Hobson, and you're listening to OKC CBS Sports Radio, the official radio home of the Oklahoma City Blue.
My brother-in-law died suddenly, and now my sister and her kids have to sell their home. That's why I told my husband we could not put off getting life insurance any longer. An agent offered us a 10-year, $500,000 policy for nearly $50 a month. Then we called SelectQuote. SelectQuote found us identical coverage for only $19 a month. A savings of $369 a year.
Whether you need a $500,000 policy or a $5 million policy, SelectQuote could save you more than 50% on term life insurance.
For your free quote, call SelectQuote at 1-800-994-6633. That's 1-800-994-6633. Or go to SelectQuote.com. 1-800-994-6633. That's 1-800-994-6633.
SelectQuote. We shop. You save. Full details on example policies at SelectQuote.com/commercials.
My brother-in-law died suddenly, and now my sister and her kids have to sell their home. That's why I told my husband we could not put off getting life insurance any longer. An agent offered us a 10-year, $500,000 policy for nearly $50 a month. Then we called SelectQuote. SelectQuote found us identical coverage for only $19 a month, a savings of $369 a year.
Whether you need a $500,000 policy or a $5 million policy, SelectQuote could save you more than 50% on term life insurance.
For your free quote, call SelectQuote at 1-800-504-4747. That's 1-800-504-4747. Or go to SelectQuote.com. 1-800-504-4747. That's 1-800-504-4747.
SelectQuote. We shop. You save. Full details on example policies at selectquote.com/commercials.
My dad has a cold, but also has high blood pressure. That's why I got him Vicks DayQuil High Blood Pressure for max strength daytime relief. Unlike some ordinary cold medicines, it's specially formulated for people like my dad. DayQuil High Blood Pressure is sugar-free, alcohol-free, and decongestant-free.
Vicks DayQuil High Blood Pressure. The daytime, non-drowsy, coughing, aching, fever, sore throat, cold, and flu for people with high blood pressure.
Like my dad.
Medicine. Use as directed.
My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard, and they're like, it's better than yours.
Spilled your milkshake? Quick, the quicker picker upper. Bounty picks up spills quicker. And each sheet is 2 times more absorbent, so you can use less than the leading ordinary brand. So you can get back to your milkshake.
My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard, and they're like, it's better than yours.
Bounty, the quicker picker upper.
Let it go.
Experience the magic at Frozen, Disney's latest hit Broadway musical. From the producer of The Lion King comes the show critics are calling a serious mega hit.
Let it go. Let it go.
Frozen is a can't-miss Broadway event.
March 22nd through April 2nd at the Civic Center Music Hall. Visit OKCBroadway.com to get your tickets today.
Welcome back to Tuesday Night Basketball here live from Clyde Ellis Fieldhouse on the campus of John Marshall. We have a score of 39-16. The Douglas Trojans have the lead at half over John Marshall. I'm Jay Swick. To my right is Dylan Trumbull. We've had a very active first half of basketball,
to say the least.
A lot of action, and John Marshall really has kind of shot themselves in the foot a little bit with turnovers. That's been the biggest issue. A few of those, well, maybe more than a few of those turnovers, Douglas has turned into points.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
If they can just limit those mistakes, they can fight back and get back into this game. We've seen them hit a couple big-time three-point shots, but we've also seen the athleticism for the Douglas Trojans. How many dunks did we see in the first half? I mean, 4, probably 3?
3 at least, possibly 4.
Yeah, 2 of them at least by Terry McMorris, who is one of the leaders for this team.
He went for the coffin dunk.
He did.
Couldn't finish it.
And he missed it.
So close.
Had he made that dunk, we may have just had to shut this thing down.
Shut the back up.
And everybody go home. But he was fouled in the process, went to the free throw line. So Douglas is up by a significant lead right now, 39-16. What does John Marshall have to do to cut the deficit and try and get back in this ball game?
Well, it's going to be difficult, but they got to try to get some clean looks. And I like when Derek Shaw is attacking the basket. He's had success. He's 100% when he's in the paint and drives, because they haven't been able to block him or guard him. So if they can get him more active, get more guys down low in the paint, but the key to that is just beating the press. The press is just killing them right now. And they got to settle down, get it over half court, and limit those turnovers, which, like I said, it's going to be difficult because Douglas defense is everywhere.
That's right. Of course, our sponsor for this game is Super Prep. Make sure you give them a follow on Instagram, Super Prep OK. You won't regret it. Also, Langston University. Kai's Life-Changing Bar, Dick's Sporting Goods, Impressions Printing, Oklahoma City Dodgers Baseball Foundation, and Perry Publishing and Broadcasting Company. We're about to get this second half underway here momentarily. Want to thank you guys for tuning in and also watching the game via the All City Sports YouTube page, which is absolutely free to watch. All you need is a cellular device, a tablet, or a computer. And you can watch the game right along with myself, Jay Swick, and Dylan Tribble. So John Marshall's going to have possession to start this third quarter. Gets it into Derek Lawrence. Lawrence gets double teamed, throws across court to number 2, Pacola McLeod. McLeod to Ramon. 3-point attempt, no good. Rebounded, number 22, Jameer DeBose. They get the putback, no good. McLeod gets the rebound. Gets it to Lawrence. He's going to reset. Coach Cudjoe over there for John Marshall is directing traffic. Gets it to Ramon. Drives baseline. Tried to get the shot off, no good. Somehow came into the possession again. And John Marshall, well, finally gets it stolen by Landry Ballard.
Yeah. That was Lawrence who went for the dunk but just lost the ball on the way up.
And that's going to be out of bounds on Jace Breath. John Marshall basketball. Devon Scott, I thought, would hit that three
100%.
Over here on the wing, but no good. So in order for John Marshall to get back into this game, they got to score some points. It's really simple. And it's stolen by Terry McMorris. Gets it to Jaden Williams. He's going to go left, and now he's going to restart. Moves the ball around. All around the three-point arc. Landry Ballard throws it in the corner to Jaden Williams, who drives baseline, puts up the shot, no good.
What a block.
Blocked by Daniel Ramon, the senior guard for John Marshall.
That was an aggressive block. You can tell he's got a little tension built up from that first half.
Both these teams want to win. There's no question about it. Here's Scott. He's going to drive to the basket, puts it off the glass, and got it.
So Scott can do it all. He's a knockdown shooter, and he can drive to the rack and finish over the defender as well.
Derek Lawrence gets it to McLeod. McLeod to Ramon. I think they're going to get a reach on Douglas.
Okay, so John Marshall's going to retain the possession here.
Ramon with the inbounds pass to McLeod. Gets it to DeBose. He swings it, but then puts up the shot. No good. Gets fouled in the process. He's going to the line.
Yep. They went right at the hole in that zone, and then the defenders collapsed. They fouled him. So the freshman is going to the free throw line for 2 shots.
You're not going to get any more wide open than a free throw right here.
Got to knock these down so you can try to chip away at this lead that Douglas has.
Here's Jamari DeBose. Puts up the shot. No good. And there's going to be some substitutions. Let's see, Corey Holman's coming in the game for Jace Brett. Here's free throw attempt number 2. As soon as the referee gives him the ball, I don't know what he's holding on to it for. Here's DeBose with his second shot. Puts it up, and it's in. They get to the 17 mark, 41-17 Douglas with the lead in the basketball. Here's Landry Ballard just forcing it up the court. Throws it to McMorris, goes left, dribbles right, kicks it back to Ballard, drives baseline, jump shot, no good. Corey Holman fighting for the rebound but does not come up with it. John Marshall does. Derek Lawrence with the basketball. He's getting double teamed at the half court line. He goes out of bounds.
It's going to be a foul on Jaden Williams. He got his body into him. It's a good call by the ref.
He came close to forcing Lawrence into a turnover, and he knew it.
He sure did. But that's what comes with playing aggressive defense. You will get some fouls called on you.
Gets it to McLeod, back to Lawrence on the right side. Gets double teamed to Derek Shaw, who immediately gets double teamed. Finds DeBose down low.
What a block by McMorris.
Heck of a block, and Devon Scott gets the ball, puts up the floater, no good. Jaden Williams with the rebound. And now they've got a loose ball, and there's a foul somewhere on somebody.
There's a couple bodies on the hardwood. Looks like Douglas is going to get it.
Nobody was shooting, so the foul was on the floor, and John Marshall has a player that's banged up. I think that's Derek Shaw.
That sure is. That is not good news because he can create his own bucket.
He's going to come out, and Jameer Hill is coming in. Here's Douglas, inbound pass from the baseline, throws it all the way over to Jaden Williams, gets it. He's going to, thought he was going to pull up, gets to Landry, to Devon Scott, now to Terry McMorris on the corner. He fakes left, goes right. Here's a jump shot, no good. Rebounded Derek Lawrence of John Marshall. Throws it full court, and it's stolen by Jaden Williams. He had to dive for it. Now they're fighting for the ball, and it's getting a little chippy down there.
Possession arrow goes to Douglas. So Jaden Williams will reward himself with that hustle play by giving his team a possession.
And he's known for his hustle.
Oh, yeah.
Fearless.
Yeah, he does all
aggressive.
those little things.
Fantastic basketball player. Gets it to Landry Ballard. Finds Devon Scott on the block. Throws it to McMorris.
Oh, my goodness.
The nice one-handed tomahawk.
The passing is just phenomenal to create that wide-open dunk by McMorris.
So John Marshall gets the basketball. They're down 43-17. We've got a foul here.
Yeah, Daniel Rahman pushed McMorris right in the chest to try to create space. You can't do that. I know you're frustrated because your team just got dunked on, but you got to stay composed in the moment.
You know, one thing I've seen before, if you get a big dunk, you know, some players celebrate, some players taunt. Not Terry McMorris. He goes right back on defense, right into defense mode.
Oh, yeah.
And it was obviously frustrating John Marshall. Terry McMorris with the basketball. He gets fouled, and now we've got it. Kind of a chippy.
It's getting real chippy.
I think we're going to see some technical fouls here. Referees are going to have to slow this down.
I like it. I like the physicality. It's very intense.
Wow. All right. That's what happens on Tuesday Night Basketball. That's why you need to tune in.
And this is, like I said, a rivalry in the school district of Oklahoma City, so it's going to be fired up.
Yeah. Can you hear what they're saying?
Yeah, they're yelling scoreboard. It is 43-17. Okay. Douglas is on top. They can say that.
And we've got another foul here, a push, and that's going to be on John Marshall.
It sure is. Rahman is getting real physical with Terry McMorris. I don't know how it's working out for him.
Landry Ballard gets it into Devon Scott. He goes left. He's going to take it himself. Tries for the shot. No good. Gets fouled in the process.
Yeah.
That was number 3, Jameer Hill.
Oh, yeah. Good block by Hill.
Kind of a gutsy move by Devon Scott to go for the dunk there.
He wanted it. He wanted that left-hand jam.
Just think, the crowd would have gone ballistic if he landed that dunk. Here we go. Terry McMorris gets the ball. Lawrence all over him. He drives left. He's going to go and attack it again and got it.
That's the last thing you want to do is get McMorris even more fired up.
And here's the shot. Okay, we've got a tee. I'm not sure what happened.
Derek Lawrence. So Terry McMorris is trailing, running down court, and Derek Lawrence shoves him in the back. So there's a lot of talking going on down there that we can't hear.
All right.
John Marshall's got to stay composed. They're down 45-17.
I think a timeout would be in order here just to settle things down. There's a lot of energy in the room. You can feel it.
Yes.
Here's Douglas. Landry Ballard goes left. Going to put up the shot. No good. Fighting for it. Gets his own rebound. Puts it back. No good. Gets fouled in the process. He's going to the line.
You know, I like that. Number 5, Jordan Lewis for John Marshall, just did a very good thing. He showed sportsmanship, and he goes to pick up Landry Ballard off the court. He didn't have to do that, but that was a great move by him. Very classy.
So Landry Ballard is going to shoot 2 free throws here. Misses the first one. Douglas with a significant lead. I mean, John Marshall has just struggled to get any points here in the second half.
They sure have. I mean, you could argue that Douglas has the best defense in the state.
Second free throw is good. They apply a lot of pressure.
And it's nonstop all game.
Here's Hill. Gets it to number 5, Jordan Lewis. Kicks it out to McLeod. Here's a three-point shot, no good. Easy putback by Hill. And that wasn't McLeod. That was McLeod. Okay. Here's Landry Ballard. Puts up the shot, rebounded John Marshall. Here's Jordan Lewis through the legs, gets across half court, kicks it to Hill. Hill's driving baseline, gets bumped.
Yeah, he got fouled, and I think he rolled his ankle. I saw his foot kind of give out right there. He sure did. Oh, man, that's a horrible feeling.
Well, is it a shooting foul? Is he going to the line?
I don't think he was in the shooting motion unless they're in the bonus.
Thought it was awful close. Yeah, they're not in the bonus yet.
No, so it's going to be on the floor, and he's going to the bench. His ankle is hurting him pretty bad.
Number 4, Jaleel Abdullah is in the game. Just to give our listening audience a score update, 46-19 Douglas on top of the John Marshall Bears. But this has been an extremely physical game.
Yes.
And at times, some people have lost their composure a few times. And John Marshall.
Backcourt. One of those.
Commits the turnover.
Yeah, careless. Just, there was not really anybody there, and throws it, and Douglas gets the ball back. 4 minutes, 24 seconds left in the third quarter.
James Greenhoward is in the game. Throws into McMorris. Gets it to Landry Ballard at the top of the key. He thought he was going to take a three there. He is. No good. Somehow Douglas gets the ball back, but then turns it over. Now we've got a travel from Derek Lawrence and John Marshall.
Yeah.
And he's one of the more frustrated players right now for the Bears.
Yeah, his emotions are at an all-time high in this game. He's just got to calm down. He's a senior. He's got the leadership inside him.
All right, so Landry Ballard's going to inbound the pass. There's 4 minutes and 11 seconds left in the third quarter. It's been long. Here's Terry McMorris. Gets it to his teammate. That's
what
a
a
bucket.
pass.
Caleb Moore with the score.
Yeah, so he drives, attracts 3 defenders. Backside cut, wide open.
And Abdullah has the ball, and he gets trapped by Caleb Moore, and they're going to call a foul on him. And that's just another example of that tenacious, high-intensity defense that Douglas is applying this game, and they've been doing it to every opponent so far this season.
They sure have. Every game that we have broadcasted, this is what they do. Very consistent with their defense.
Throws it to McLeod. McLeod to Shaw. Shaw to Abdullah. Turn around. Gets stolen by Caleb Moore. Landry Ballard with the basketball. Dishes it to Jaden Williams, who goes right. Now backs up, gives it back to Landry Ballard, who's directing traffic. And he's going to restart. Whoa, he loses control, goes out of bounds. They're going to say it stays with Douglas.
Yep, that's out of bounds on McLeod for John Marshall, number 2. Tried to poke the ball out.
I think you got to do whatever you can.
Sure do.
Create some turnovers here if you're John Marshall. Number 5, Jordan Lewis, is back in the game. And Jaleel Abdullah is taking a breather. Here's Terry McMorris. He's got the ball at the top of the key. Gives it to Greenhoward. Greenhoward's going to find the lane. Here's an got him! To Terry McMorris with the dunk.
The backdoor alley-oop. McMorris with another flush.
Here's Ramon. I think they're going to get him with a double dribble.
Sure
there it is. Another turnover.
Got caught up in traffic, double dribble.
I mean, what can you say?
That's right. Douglas is just
press.
so good on defense.
Full
I know
court.
we've emphasized that a lot.
James Greenhoward bringing the ball up the court for Douglas. 3 minutes, 9 seconds left in the third. Here's Greenhoward. Puts up the shot, no good, gets fouled. He's going to the line. That's going to be on Jordan Lewis of John Marshall. Wow.
I know. Wow is right, man. This has been a high-energy, high-intensity basketball game here at Clyde Ellis Fieldhouse.
You know,
John Marshall.
sometimes when I watch sports, I'll think, geez, back in my day, we used to play really tough basketball and football. I don't think we played this. I don't think we played like this. I don't think that was the case. Not back when I was. We were much softer. These young athletes are playing their hearts out. They're aggressive. They're physical. It's great basketball to watch. There's no wonder there's so many people here in the gym tonight to watch this game take
I agree,
place.
100%.
John Marshall throws it over. Cross court to McLeod. Tries to get it to his teammate. He's losing control. It's stolen by Douglas. Caleb Moore gets it to Greenhoward. He drives. Euro step. Layup. No good. And that's going to be a goaltend.
It sure is. He swats it off the glass as it's coming down. That is a goaltend every single time.
So we've got some substitutions here. Terry McMorris is going to come out of the game, and they're going to put in Deshaun Ransom.
And Caleb Moore. He's number 43, the junior.
And he's made some plays so far tonight. Here is Jordan Lewis. Gets in McLeod. Ramon, three-point attempt. No good. Rebounded Landry Ballard. And he throws cross-court to Green Howard, who's going to go up for the layup and got it.
Outlet. Green Howard finishes.
55-19 Douglas. 2:20 left in the third quarter. Here's John Marshall. Derek Lewis gets it to, now it's stolen by Green Howard, and it goes out of bounds. Going to be John Marshall basketball, but nice hustle play attempt by Douglas.
Yeah, Green Howard is a hustler. He's kind of that sixth man that comes off the bench and is the floor general for them with that second wave of players. And he also plays with the starters as well. He's a fiery player.
Here we go. McLeod with the basketball. Gets across half court. High post to DeBose. Kicks it to Ramon. Ramon puts up the shot. No good. Gets fouled. Number one, Daniel Ramon, the senior, 6'3" guard for John Marshall, will go to the line for free throws, and much needed free throws.
Yes, much needed. And I like that he didn't settle for the jumper. His jumper not falling, so he drives, gets fouled, opportunity for two shots.
Trying to take the high percentage shots. I think that's important. And you're just not going to get very much of an open shot against Douglas.
No. It's so wild that we're still in the third quarter. 2 minutes and 5 seconds left. Feels like we've seen a few games tonight.
It's like Lord of the Rings, but like part 3 in the third quarter. Stay tuned for the season finale.
The Return of the King.
In the fourth. I know there's a huge difference in the score, obviously, but despite the score, this is a fun game to watch because John Marshall may be down, but they haven't laid down at all.
No quit.
They continue to fight. Jace Breath with Douglas has the basketball, crosses over, step back. No, thought he gets it to Ransom. Ransom with the jump shot off the glass and gets it.
The turnaround, Jay, off the glass. What a shot by Ransom.
Really good shot choice by Ransom. Here's John Marshall, number 4 with the shot. That was Abdullah, no good. Douglas rebounds. Jace Breath with the ball, minute 29 left. He's going to take it all the way off the glass, no good, but they might have an offensive foul.
Yep.
Is that a push?
Yeah, he pushed the defender to try to create separation.
Derek Lawrence going to inbound the ball for John Marshall. We've got some late substitutions. They're going to bring in Darian Luke, who's going to come in for Jace Breath. Luke's going to D up real quick. John Marshall with the basketball, gets it picked by Green Howard. Now he gets the ball. Thought he was going to turn around to shoot, and we've got a hold by McLeod. So that's going to be a foul on John Marshall. So James Green Howard's going to go to the line for 1-1.
Yep. Green Howard, I mean, the whole second wave of the Douglas Trojans, their depth We talked about that the last game. They have really good depth. The second wave is just aggressive on defense.
Oh, they're way in the bonus. I thought
yeah.
that was okay. Yeah, so that'll be he'll be shooting 2. Makes the first one. Trying to get to the 59 mark. And does. Douglas. John Marshall with the basketball. Derek Lawrence calling for help. Gets it to McLeod. McLeod to the corner. Puts up the shot. No good, but number 22, Jamari DeBose, will go to the free throw line. He got fouled.
He's a 6'4" freshman. Youngest kid on the team. Also the tallest kid on the team. Get him some good looks at the end of this game. He's got a promising young future.
Douglas is up 39 points right now with 1:07 left, but I have to brag on the John Marshall Bears. Like I said, I know they're down 39, but, man, they are fighting their tails off, and you got to give them credit for that.
No doubt about it.
And missed his second one. Caleb Moore of Douglas with the rebound. Here come the Trojans. 1:04 left in the third quarter. Devon Scott back in the game. Thought he was going to take the three-point shot. He's going to drive it. Dish to Caleb Moore off the glass. What an assist by Devon
pass by Scott. Oh, my God.
Cross court. Here's a shot attempt by John Marshall. Number 4, Jaleel Abdullah misses it, but he'll get fouled in the process, so he will go to the line. We've got a lot of fouls here.
A lot of fouls because the game is so physical. My goodness.
All right, here's the shot. No good. Jaleel Abdullah misses his first one. Ramon's back in the game. And out comes Jamari DeBose. Devon Scott's running back here.
He's smiling
out
and
of the camera.
Yeah, he's messing with this defender.
Misses the second free throw, rebounded by Darian Luke. Luke gets the ball. He's going to take it baseline, puts up the shot, no good. He's going to the line.
Another foul.
We're just going to trade fouls here and just shoot free throws for the rest of the game, apparently.
So that's why we're still in the third quarter, because all the fouls and stoppage of the clock.
A lot of game stoppage here this evening. Packed house here at Clyde Ellis Fieldhouse. This is everything you want in a basketball game, besides the close score.
Yeah, that's right.
Douglas is up 40 points right now, 61-21. Could make it 41 if Darian Luke can hit these free throws, or at least the first one to make it 41-point lead. Here it is. It rolls and it goes in. 38 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's John Marshall. Derek Lawrence going left, fighting through the double team. Gets it to his teammate Ramon. Ramon losing control. And it's going to be stolen by number 0, Antonio Green. They're going to call a reach-in foul on John Marshall.
Stopping the clock again. It's physical. So they get a steal, and they foul him right off the bat. I mean, when are we going to start seeing players foul out? I know it's coming. Somebody's got to be fouling out.
I haven't exactly been keeping close track on which fouls go to who and where everybody kind of stacks up on that. Here's a free throw attempt by Antonio Green. Got it. He'll have another one. 24 seconds left in the third quarter. Puts up the shot. It's good. Here's John Marshall. Gets it to Derek Lawrence. Fighting through Dorian Luke. Derek Lawrence wants to make sure and get the shot, last shot, but it's going to be stolen by Devon Scott of Douglas. And it goes out of bounds, so it's off Douglas. John Marshall will retain possession.
Yeah, they got to do whatever they can to get a clean shot off before this third quarter ends.
10 seconds left. Will Lawrence take the last shot? We will see here momentarily. He drives. Gets it to his teammate Ramon, puts up the shot and got it, and that's the end of the third quarter. The score is 64-23. The Douglas Trojans on top of the John Marshall Bears at the end of the third quarter. Of course, this game is sponsored by Super Prep. Make sure you give them a follow on Instagram. Super Prep OK on Instagram. Also want to give a shout out to Langston University, Kai's Life-Changing Bar, Dick's Sporting Goods, Impressions Printing, Oklahoma City Dodgers Baseball Foundation, and Perry Publishing and Broadcasting Company. Let's take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back with this fourth quarter of this basketball game between the Douglas Trojans and the John Marshall Bears. You're listening to Tuesday Night Basketball on CBS Sports Radio 105.3 FM HD1.
Oklahoma City, I'm Miles Perry, and I want you to listen to my show, Super Prep Live.
Super Prep Live takes an in-depth look at the Oklahoma high school student athlete and what makes he or she become great at what they do. Super Prep Live can be heard on OKC's CBS Sports Radio 105.3 and Instagram Live.
Make sure you tune in and learn about
only at Lowe's. Bonus points calculated before taxes and fees after applicable discounts, if any. Valid through 1/20. Subject to change while supplies last. Visit Lowes.com/MVP's bonus points for details.
Tuesday Night Basketball on CBS Sports Radio on a 5.3 FM HD1, brought to you by Super Prep OK on Instagram. We've got the fourth quarter underway. A foul was called on John Marshall.
I'm really shocked to see Douglas with their starting five back in the game with this big of a lead in the fourth quarter.
They're up 64-23, 7:52 left in the fourth quarter. I highly doubt they'll be on the floor for that much longer, but we will see here momentarily.
I thought they'd be sitting the rest of the game, let some of these young kids get some burn and experience.
Well, that's the thing is, like, a lot of them do play.
They do. That's true. That's true.
They come off the bench and play at some point in the game. They do get some minutes. So there is a lot of substitution when it comes to Douglas basketball team because they're deep. So Jaden Williams scores. And I mean, when I say scores, I mean he hits his free throw. He's got another one here. Makes that. And now they're going to get the ball. I guess that was that a technical foul?
I think so.
Terry McMorris?
We've seen how chippy this game has gotten in the second half. So Douglas gets the ball back.
Up 66-23. Landry Ballard throws into Javon Scott. He's going to drive to the basket. Right hand off the glass, no good. Landry Ballard put back, no good. Somehow gets his own rebound. Now he's losing control, but gets it to his teammate Javon Scott. Here's Jaden Williams for three.
Bang! Jaden Williams from the wing.
Hits the wide open three. You don't get much more wide open than that. Here's John Marshall with the basketball. Ramon, he's going to take it and put up the shot. No good. He is fouled. And so that is going to be called on Javon Scott. He's going to come out of the game. And Kingston Lemons is going to come in the game for Javon Scott. Here's the first free throw. Makes it. Take advantage of these free throws here, John Marshall.
That's right. Got to knock them down. I don't see him coming back and winning this game, but, I mean, the repetition of hitting your free throws is crucial, especially if you want to make a run at the end of the year for a gold ball.
Shot is missed. Jace Breath with the basketball. Pushes it up court. Through the legs. Fakes right, goes left. Now he turns around. Jump shot. Expensive two. No good. Rebound of McLeod of John Marshall. Immediately pushes it up court, and he's hounded by the Douglas Trojans. Throws it cross court to DeBose. DeBose has it in the corner. He's trying to find some room to move. Throws it to Ramon, who's going to attack the rim. Puts up the shot, no good. Gets his own rebound. Put back, no good. Rebounded Jace Breath of Douglas.
They got some good looks down there, just couldn't get it to fall.
Here's Landry Ballard. He may take it coast to coast himself. Puts up the shot, no good. And it's rebounded Derek Shaw of John Marshall gets it to Derek Lawrence, who's going to throw an oop to DeBose. Tried to get the dunk, no good. Lemons gets the ball and almost got it stolen. It's going to be off the hand of John Marshall, specifically Derek Shaw.
That's right.
And Douglas is going to have possession of the basketball. And now we're going to have some more substitutions in. Darian Luke, the junior forward, is in the game. James,
so you were right. They didn't keep the starters in very long at all.
Not very much longer. Luke gets the ball. Gets it to number 12, Andres Morales. Morales going to lay it up, no good. Now they're fighting for the rebound. Douglas comes up with it. Lemon saves it, but John Marshall gets the basketball, and now they're losing control. Out of bounds on number 22, Jamari DeBose.
Yeah, he was being pressured relentlessly by number 10 for Douglas. Kingston Lemons was all over him to force that turnover. The depth is just so crucial. These guys, none of these Douglas defenders stop at all. Their motor is just full go, nonstop the whole game.
6:15 left in the fourth quarter. Douglas is up 69-24. On top of the John Marshall Bears. Here's James Greenhoward with Douglas. He's calling out a play. Now he's asking for a screen. Doesn't get one. Drives left. Now he goes right. And yeah, that was a carry. So that's going to be a rare turnover by the Douglas Trojans. Derek Shaw's going to inbound the basketball to his teammate, number 12, Corian Ikusano.
That's a difficult one to pronounce.
Number 30 is in the game. And I don't have him on the roster, but here's Derek Shaw, and he gets the layup.
Shaw, golly, that is, I think, about the 5th time he's finished at the rack with his left hand. I mean, nobody can stop him when he drives.
Here's Greenhoward on the wing. Throws to Luke. Luke, three-point shot, no good. Rebounded. John Marshall gets it to Derek Shaw. He's pushing it up the court. And it goes out of bounds. I think that's off the hand of James Greenhoward, and John Marshall's going to retain possession here. 5:29 left in the fourth. Ikusano inbound the basketball. It gets knocked right back out of bounds by James Greenhoward. Not a whole lot of room to maneuver right there.
There's really not.
And look at Coach Patrick Cudjoe. I mean, he's still coaching. He is still working hard for his team. And he's one of the more highly respected coaches in the state of Oklahoma when it comes to basketball. All right, here's number 21, Tyler Butler. Butler gets it to Jordan Lewis, and did he step out of bounds?
He sure did.
That's another turnover by John Marshall. And all these turnovers, I think, are just credits, as a credit to Douglas defense.
Yes, 100% yes.
Here's Greenhoward. He's going to alley-oop it to Luke with the layup and got it. That was
finished with the dunk, but he still finished the layup in the air.
He executed the shot. Here's Corian with the basketball. Corian tried to hit his teammate Tyler Butler on the baseline. They weren't on the same page. That's another turnover by John Marshall.
Yeah, Butler just wasn't ready for the ball. That's all that was. Just like you said, they weren't on the same page. The thing is, though, with John Marshall, these mistakes can easily be cleaned up. That's why you practice. You got to get better in practice, and then it shows in the game time.
Here we go. Butler gets the inbounds pass. He fakes left, goes right, cuts through the defense, puts the layup up, got the shot, and the foul. Maybe Tyler Butler should have been playing some minutes earlier in the game.
Yeah, I like it. I like the aggressiveness. I like the touch he had to finish through the contact, the strength. That was no easy bucket.
He's just a freshman, but his future is bright. We'll see how he can execute these free throws here, and misses the first one. Morales with the rebound. He pushes it up court, gets it to Lemons. Lemons with the shot, no good, and he's going to get fouled as well. And that was Tyler Butler with the foul.
Butler went for the block, man. He wanted that. I mean, he's making his presence known off the bench, and the playing time that he's getting tonight, you're seeing what he can do. Like you said, he's only a freshman. And then the other guy that I've been talking about a lot, Derek Shaw, he's only a sophomore.
4:49 left in the fourth quarter. The score is 71-28. Douglas with a huge lead this evening. And Kingston Lemons is going to shoot the free throw. Got it. He'll get another one.
Another one, like DJ Khaled says.
Got to the 72 mark here. Can he get to the 73 mark? He has one more here. Ransom is in the game for Douglas. Here's Lemons. Makes the second one. John Marshall basketball. Throws into Jordan Lewis. Pushes it up court quickly. Behind the back. Got it and stolen. Here we go. Number 0 with the layup. That's Antonio Green, the sophomore guard for Douglas, with the bucket to get him to 75.
A lot of youngsters getting some playing time for Douglas.
And they're not only getting playing time, they're executing well. They're playing good basketball. Oh, what a block by Luke. Now they're fighting for it. And somehow John Marshall comes up with the basketball. Gets it to number 25, puts up the shot. It's blocked by Deshaun Ransom, the sophomore forward for Douglas.
It was a good block, but with a little too much contact. So 25, Jordan Wilson, the freshman for John Marshall, he's at the line for 2 shots.
I didn't even realize they called a foul on that play.
They did, yeah.
Misses his first free throw. Caleb Moore is going to come in the game for Kingston Lemons. Caleb Moore has played some really good basketball off the bench tonight. He's made some plays, and, you know, he's just a junior, but I tell you, he has an important role on this basketball team, and he's one of those players that just gives them great depth. Here's Luke, tried to get it to Caleb Moore, almost got stolen by Corian Icusano, the sophomore guard for John Marshall. Morales with the basketball. He backs up a little bit on the wing. He fakes left, goes right, puts up a jump shot.
Oh, he made him fall and then hits the jumper. That was a little disrespectful.
He crossed him up. And now we've got here we go. Oh, I thought he was going to dunk it, but he made it somehow, some way. That was Darian Luke. Here's Tyler Butler. Gets a block by Caleb Williams.
Another block by Douglas.
And he's going to take it coast to coast off the glass. Here's Ransom with the putback. Got it. It's all Douglas tonight.
It really is. It really is. When it's going your way, it's going your way, and it is going in the way of the Douglas Trojans.
Top to bottom. There's no question. I mean, they have such a good basketball team. All right, Icusano got it stolen by Darian Luke. Luke goes to Ransom. Ransom to Antonio Green, and we've got a travel on somebody from Douglas. Was that Antonio Green?
I think so.
Did he get ahead of himself there?
Got excited because they're about to throw another oop.
I mean, it's been highlight after highlight tonight.
Yes.
We're under 3 minutes left in this third quarter. Douglas is up 81-27. In the third quarter, it got really aggressive. There were some technical fouls. There was some frustration. There was some confrontations.
A lot of trash talk.
Some very aggressive fouls, some flagrants, and that sort of thing. But that's what you get here in the state of Oklahoma when it comes to basketball. Here's Caleb Moore with a rebound. He immediately turns it around. He's going to take it and lay it up and goes in.
They don't stop. The motor keeps running. They are very well conditioned.
2:25 left in the fourth quarter. John Marshall with the basketball. And somehow Douglas gets the turnover and scores with it.
Yeah, number 2, Thylan Fields with the steal and the finish. 2 minutes and 8 seconds left. John Marshall's got it.
Down 58 points. It's like the national championship game last night in football. Ikusanov loses control. He's a little banged up. I think he hit his elbow.
Yeah.
That's painful.
It sure is. Never feels good when the elbow or the knee hits the hardwood.
Yeah, knee or ankle or something. I thought it was his elbow, which is your leg. I mean, the knee is nothing but a leg elbow, right?
Pretty much.
That's what it is.
When you think about it, I can agree with you on that. It's like your hands, almost the same thing as your feet. If we want to go in depth.
Yeah, and I don't have a medical degree, so I can't tell you. But all I can tell you is Corian Ikusanov will attempt the free throw. He will miss it. We'll have another attempt here momentarily. Minute 56 left in this game. Stay tuned. We'll announce the player of the game. Kayla Moore at the rebound. Great utility player. I mean, he can just do whatever you need him to do. Three-point shot by Douglas, no good. Rebound at Kayla Moore, put back. It is good, like I said.
Like you said, my friend.
He's the cleanup man.
He is. And he's smiling. He's having a good time. This whole Douglas team is having a great time tonight.
Jamel Morris is in the game for Douglas. Jordan Lewis for John Marshall. Gets it to his teammate. 25, Jordan Wilson. And then Tyler Butler has it. Gets it down low to number 30. Trying to turn around and do something with it. Tyler Butler on the three-point line. Gets it stolen by Antonio Green. Here comes Green. Finds number 2, Fallon Fields.
He traveled. Took one too many steps on that spin move.
That was a beautiful pass.
It was. It really was.
John Marshall has the possession of the basketball. 1 minute left in this game. They're down 50 points. I'm sorry, 60 points. The score is 87-27.
It's a large margin. That student section for Douglas is all fired up. They're letting John Marshall hear it.
Yeah,
rightfully so.
They're enjoying the moment.
That's what it's all about. The love of the game.
And just excellent execution by Steven Alexander's basketball
He's a great
team.
coach. Oh, yeah.
He's talked at length of how tough his practices are, and that just prepares them for games like this.
Sure does. That physicality from John Marshall never fazed Douglas at all.
Morales with the basketball. He's going to slow it down. I don't even know if he'll take this last shot.
No reason to.
Jamel Morris with the basketball. And I think that's going to be the end of this game. I don't think we'll see anything happen from Douglas here. 9 seconds left. 5 seconds left. And that's the ball game, ladies and gentlemen. The Douglas Trojans win the game by 60, 87-27. This has been a hard-fought game despite the score discrepancy. It was physical, it was aggressive, they fought hard. And I think, if anything, Douglas showcased their skill.
Yes.
Skill level.
They sure did.
I mean, unbelievable basketball team, but at the same time, the flip side of that, John Marshall Bears never gave up, and you got to give him credit there.
Yep.
As well, despite them not scoring as many points as they'd like to, they never quit, and you got to give them credit for that. Player of the game, Dylan. Who is
Terry
it?
McMorris. Mr. Showtime himself, Terry McMorris.
He was all about the Showtime.
He had the dunks, he had the blocks, he had the turnaround jumpers. He was doing it all tonight, and he put on a clinic. That's my player of the game.
That's right. Well, we thank you guys for tuning into our broadcast. It was an eventful one. And a big shout out to the John Marshall Lady Bears for their victory over the Douglas Lady Trojans before this game. And we thank everybody for tuning in online at the All City Sports YouTube channel. Make sure you hit subscribe so you can get notified the next time we have a broadcast. You don't want to miss out on that, and I want to thank all of our producers, Langston, Bryce Sean, myself, Jay Swick. I want to thank myself. I want to thank you, Dylan Tribble.
Yes, sir. It's always a pleasure, my friend.
And our board operator back at the station, Cameron. Really do appreciate it. We couldn't do any of this without everyone working together as a team, and we've got an amazing team at CBS Sports Radio. Make sure you tune into my show, The Morning Rush, tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. My first commercial breaks at 7:15. 7 to 9 each and every morning, Monday through Friday. Tune into The Morning Rush on CBS Sports Radio. We will let you know when our next broadcast will be. Thank you for tuning in to Tuesday Night Basketball here on CBS Sports Radio, 105.3 FM, HD1. Have a great evening, Oklahoma.